quick and get her to turn the TV down, because this thing's going to pick it up. There was a couple times, just a couple times in the last episode or whatever, that I could hear like some laughing or something here.
Man, see my new hoodie? Ghetto. It's Under Armour though.
Nice.
Nice little hoodie.
One time in my
LSU
life,
put a fucking smackdown on Oklahoma today.
at one point in my life I could fit on the
Watch that.
Dude,
Is that football?
63-28.
Is that the foosball?
Dude, this is like the game that everyone's been waiting for.
Did I fucking miss it? I'm
And
about to watch the highlights.
that guy had 7 touchdown passes in the first quarter, or in the first half.
Yeah, me and Stephanie were talking about it, and I completely forgot about it.
Who's Stephanie?
The chick that worked. The older lady.
The one that you can like.
The short blonde
told
hair.
to fuck off.
No.
Oh, okay, yeah. I know
What time we usually start this thing?
6:30.
6:30.
Mm-hmm.
Look.
Well, it was closer to 7 last time, anyways. So.
7:30 is more reasonable.
Yeah.
What do you?
Getting that.
You have any PTO days, Tom?
Vacation days.
Or just
Because we had protected PTO, then we have
Yeah, that's
regular
what I meant.
PTO. But they stopped the protected PTO, so we don't get that anymore.
oh, really?
Yeah,
That's
because people were missing a lot, even though that was
their fucking right. That's the whole point of having it.
Yeah,
I mean, you work so you can build up hours so you can take it.
it takes like 2 to 3 months to build up an 8 hours of protected PTO. So it already takes almost 3 months just to get 1 day of protected PTO, and people are just like, nope.
No, I was gonna
It's
ask
not
because I'm going riding Wednesday. I gotta see if you. Which you can still go. You just got to go after work. It'll be New Year's.
Like
First,
riding like
maybe.
4-wheelers or?
Razors.
Oh.
You wanna go?
No, I got work Wednesday. I got work Tuesday and Wednesday.
Oh, what time do you work?
I work 9 p.m. to 7 a.m.
Oh, we ain't starting until in the morning. If you want to go, I mean, we won't be out all night. I mean, there's like a bunch of people going.
Yeah.
It's like a group of people. Like my dad's going, and I'll probably go. But there's gonna be like 15 different racers there. I mean, there's gonna be a lot of people just trail riding.
I'll just see how much PTO. I
Well, no,
got.
you could work and just leave. We can leave after you get off work. Cause we won't meet anywhere till like 9 in the morning. We'll meet in like Ozark or whatever.
It's about the time I go to bed.
Well, I mean, you'd have to
I
stay
was about
up.
to say I go to
I-
bed
I-
around
I mean, y'all would have to
go
stay
like-
up to go, is what I'm saying. But if y'all wanted to go, y'all could go without having to take any time off.
Maybe.
Is what I was
I'd have to
implying.
see.
Alright.
If I had like a protected PTO or something, it'd be a lot easier.
Yeah.
I just miss it.
Got I had an idea for something when we first started this, and I can't remember what it was. Oh yeah, I know what it was now. It's a different kind of introduction because now we have a theme song type thing. Have you heard it? Have I let?
No, I don't show me shit.
I listened to it on the stream the
Yeah.
other day.
Motherfuckers.
I'll play it for the stream and for you. Here you go. Turn that media.
Oh, we're live already?
Yeah, we're live on Twitch. We haven't started recording yet, but alright, here you go. Kind of got like an 80s gamer feel.
How long is it?
About 30 seconds. It's not just that though. But toward the beginning, I'm gonna fade it in. Like after the introduction, I'll fade it in. It'll do that and then fade out, and then we start talking. Yeah. I had a viewer make that for me.
Too long.
Yeah, I'm gonna cut it and fade it and stuff.
Like that
That's
first
Yeah, the
part
first
needs to
part.
be cut in half.
Yeah.
And then when it starts going
What's up, my man? Haven't been to stream for a while. My bad. Nah, it's all good, dude. This isn't a normal stream for right now. I will stream later tonight as well, dude. This stream, though, is our podcasting, so we're not going to reply to Twitch chat a whole lot. There will be a segment for that during the stream later. So if you want to chill out or whatever and watch and, collect your thoughts about whatever we're talking about, and then later, throw in some thoughts into the discussion there, then that's all good. Alright. We're still going to introduce ourselves. I figured we'll introduce ourselves every time because some podcasts, some people I know that listen to podcasts, they start like they won't start in episode 1, they start like episode 4 or 5.
Oh, introduce yourself, and what I would do is, I was thinking about this earlier, is like talk about your last podcast.
Yeah.
Or just say what the reason is. Like, hey, we got, like, it's our episode 2.
Yeah.
I mean,
our last podcast.
24 for Critical Role.
Yeah. Exactly.
So, like, our last podcast was...
yeah. No, I mean, I agree with that. Alright. Here's the thing about having a wireless mouse, bro. I gotta put it right here, I guess, really. It's just hard to kind of control like that. Yeah. Alright, guys. My name is Zenith Darksky. I'm here with Bearded Moors and Simphus. This is the Darksky Gaming Podcast, episode 2, and welcome. Now put the intro right there. Cut this out, obviously. But editing, beautiful.
Editing,
I don't know how to pop editing right here. But however
we get that
right
there.
Imagination.
Alright, guys. So, welcome to episode 2 of Dark Sky Gaming Podcast. If you didn't catch episode 1, it's on Podbean, Spotify, Apple Music, and Google Play Music as well. Anywhere this is, basically.
Put it on YouTube too?
Yeah, I did re-upload it to YouTube. YouTube re-uploads will go up about a week later, just due to the fact that I want to encourage people to either show up for the Twitch stream or any other podcasting app first. YouTube's kind of on the back burner there. So apologies to the YouTube guys, but you still see it before the next episode comes out. So yeah, I'm Zenith Darksky. I'm a Twitch streamer. I play...
Can't get that free advertising, bro.
I play video games on Twitch. I'm a Twitch streamer. I say that recently I've done some more just chatting type stuff, but yeah. So I play video games on Twitch. I'm here with Bearded Moors.
What's up? Bearded Moors, aka Waldy. I just casual gamer, just chill out sometime. When you laugh, you still laugh at the same thing.
And I'm sitting here with Simphus. He's kind of coughing and choking up right now, though. But yeah, I'm sitting here with Simphus. He's also a Twitch streamer.
Yeah, I stream a little bit. Mostly stream FPS. FPS is mostly my style. I mean, like, I played League of Legends stuff before, but you'd mostly catch me on FPS.
Alright. So, our topic of discussion today is... It's kind of a dual discussion, I guess. It's this year and next year in gaming and video games. So basically what we're going to do here, if you guys haven't been to the podcast before, is I have a format. There's got to be an order to things. That's always nice. And the order for this podcast basically is we go past, present, future. So for this one, we're going to talk about this year in video games, which would be the past, and then what we're still playing out of this year, or what we really liked and we would still be playing if we had the time, or whatever like that this year. And then I'm going to go through a list. This might be a longer episode because I'm going to go through a list of every single known game for next year. And the way we're going to discuss that is, I told him before you showed up, I'm going to go through the list, and if one sounds interesting to you, we'll talk about it for a second. Not even a second, maybe. And then, after that, we might talk about some stuff that hasn't been announced yet, but, we know might come out this year or whatever. Like, Taylor has an idea for that later. So, yeah. So, first of all, we're going to talk about this year. Games that came out this year, whether you're still playing them or whether you just like them. You just you feel they're noteworthy to talk about. I'll go last, though. You can go first, I guess. Bearded Moors.
I have no clue, man.
You got no clue. When did that Hunter game come out? That was probably a year or two ago.
Like 2016.
Okay.
No, I don't. Only new game is the Call of Duty game. Is the only game that I've played.
Mm-hmm.
That's the new that's came out. I usually stick to the old reliables.
Old reliables.
Yeah, I don't usually play much new games.
Well, if it's a multiplayer game that was consistently updated through this year, then that also probably counts because new stuff gets added to games and stuff. So if it's like Overwatch or anything like that as well.
I mean, I played a little bit of Escape from Tarkov.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That one
Tarkov got big this year. So.
It had a pretty big update. Yeah, there's been
Yeah,
a lot of.
that was the biggest update it ever had.
Yeah, big one. We haven't even played it yet.
Me and him did a little.
Yeah, we played it a little bit.
Sons of bitches.
We fucking betrayed you, man. Oh man. What do you got?
Honestly, haven't been playing a lot of new games. Been sticking to the old stuff that I've been playing.
Old reliables, man.
Old reliables. Like nothing has caught my interest this year.
And I think also a big thing with it is being a PC gamer. You don't have as many.
I think that
big games that come out.
I think that does. That's what I was about to say. I think that is a big thing with games recently. Is a lot of the games that came out this year specifically seems like they were more geared toward narrative experiences, like single player experiences and stuff. And that's not a bad thing. I mean, it's just not necessarily. I know it's not necessarily anything you two really interact with a whole lot. Is those types of games anymore, at least. So I mean, I understand that.
Although
Red Dead Redemption.
Yeah, Red Dead Redemption did
that came out the end of last year.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, it was like October last year.
But Halo came out for PC.
Oh, yeah, Master Chief Collection.
Yeah, so we finally got to play Halo Reach on PC
after years.
Yeah, after playing it on Xbox for so long, we can finally play it on the PC.
And now you're just getting schooled by all them Xbox noobs with the fucking aim assist.
yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on about that, but I'm not going to get into that.
We might do a podcast episode on that. That's a big thing right now.
Yeah.
I haven't played it yet.
It's cross-platform.
It's bad.
Yeah, the
controllers are just like locked onto you.
Yeah,
big Twitter discussion about it.
PC has
a big
no
thing
assist.
is because there's no ADS besides on those ones. But
even though I love the Halo games, I was a big fan of Halo when I was a kid. I played Halo all the time. I still, to this day, am annoyed by the ADS on Halo. Like, I know they're like, it's one of the classic FPSs, you can't hate it for doing that, but I'm sitting here like, there's still so many classic FPSs that had a better ADS system than that game does. I hate it. I mean, it's not too different when you look at it either, because you're still ADSing. It's just when you get hit, you look away, and I guess that makes sense from a certain standpoint that you would, not be looking down your scope if you got shot. But still, I don't like it. It doesn't feel right to me.
It's more just annoying at that point.
For sure. You checking out my points over there?
Yeah, I haven't seen them.
Yeah, that's my Zen points, bro. If you guys go to Twitch, you can spend Zen points and stuff, but that doesn't work on this stream. But yeah. So I've played a lot of new games this year. I figured that this part of the discussion would be, I guess, more heavily on me, and I didn't mean to be selfish with that. I just didn't think about it till today. But played
Oh no.
I bought, I didn't buy it. Bunny Bacon, one of my Twitch viewers, he bought a couple games for me because I was kind of just fucked up on money all year round this year. But Pokemon game, I played the new Pokemon game. I don't want to go into that because that's a whole fucking discussion in itself. The issues that people have with that game. I'll say it's fun though for the Pokemon fans out there that are feeling like I was. I didn't spend the money on it myself, and I still wouldn't spend $60 on it myself. I don't think it's worth $60 because they cut a lot of content that most Pokemon games don't. But I would have paid $30 for it. I would have paid $30 or $40, which used to be what the price for Pokemon games was. But I would have paid that. But no, that's why Bunny Bacon, he paid $30 of it, donated $30 of it to me, so that I only paid $30 out of my pocket. Which I was like, all right, cool. Yeah, I'll pay $30 for it. And it is a fun game. It is a really fun Pokemon game. I played a little bit of it on stream. I haven't played it in a little bit on the stream. I just haven't continued it yet. I played Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. Bunny Bacon bought that for me and gifted it to me on Steam here just a week ago.
Is that pretty good?
Oh, it's fun, dude. It's fun. It's Dark Souls-ish, so it's a little hard. Combat's a little...
I don't care about that. I've seen it, and I'm like, yeah. I've seen some of it, and some of them, like, that don't look too great, but then some of it looks pretty good.
It's really good. It's smooth. Everything's smooth. Combat's smooth. Everything about it. It looks really nice. It looks beautiful. And you get to see several different worlds. You go through different worlds on there, and I don't want to spoil stuff for viewers since that's still a pretty new game. Came out just middle of last month, or maybe just this month.
It was just recently.
Yeah, but it's 100% worth it. It's worth $60. I mean, if I would have had the money, I would have bought it myself. Of course, I got it. It was like $5 off in Steam's winter sale, so he got it for me. But that's a really solid game. Really fun, kind of hard, and I'm playing only on normal difficulty. It's still kind of hard, but it's pretty fun. It's just one of those things. Once you get the combat down and stuff, like Batman Arkham game or something like that, in a way, kind of where it's like once you get that countering down and parries and stuff like that, it's a pretty quality game. And I'm still playing that right now. And then obviously Call of Duty Modern Warfare came out this year, and I know some of us here liked it at first, and we don't anymore, and some of us are still playing it, which would be me. But
it's like you just went to freaking Coachella and there's tents everywhere because everybody be camping.
Oh, for sure,
it's
dude.
Bad, dude. So many campers on that game.
See, that's why I've been playing it more recently, because they put Shoot House in there. Shoot House still has its campy spots, but it's Call of Duty. You're never going to get away from that. But then Shipment is just utter chaos, but it's fucking
I love that
fun.
One. There's no camping.
Oh,
what
no,
is it?
It's Shipment.
They're really small with
and
containers.
the spawns.
I haven't even played it since the nude.
The spawns are so fucked up on Shipment because it's just it's different than it used to be. So it's like everyone's moving around so quick now compared to back in the day on the old Shipment map, people would like stay on their side of the map and try to like shoot people when they came around corners and stuff. Not anymore, dude. It's fucking everyone's everywhere, so the spawns are insane. You might spawn in front of 3 enemies and then 3 more enemies spawn next to you. Like the spawns are fucked up, but it's fun to me because it's just
chaos.
Yeah, it's one of those things that I don't go into that expecting to do a great like KD ratio or anything like that, because it's just I know what's gonna happen. If you're a frequent watcher of my streams, then you know I'm a big, I don't want to say fan, but I'm a big player of Realm Royale, and I bring that up because it got updated a few times this year, a couple times. And this year they actually did pretty good about keeping that updated. I know there's some more games that I played this year that came out this year as well. I just can't. Fire Emblem 3 Houses, that was really fun. I don't know if you guys are into strategy games or anything, but the Fire Emblem games are always a big strategy Nintendo game. Played that.
The only Squad had a couple big updates this year.
Squad has like helicopters and stuff now.
Though I can't play it because for some reason my thing's all fucked up. But it got a couple nice updates to it.
Oh, I can't believe I'm forgetting Borderlands 3 came out this year. And I beat that on stream. I beat the story on stream, but it was a...
Hey, fix your stream.
It was a fantastic game.
You have it set like that.
Oh, yeah. It's showing the thing there.
Boop. There you go.
There we go. But yeah, that was a fantastic game. I don't know why I wasn't even thinking about that.
I stared at it, but...
I know, I looked over so many times.
I didn't think anything about it either.
I looked over so many times, but... Yeah, so Borderlands 3, that was a fantastic game. It's got some updates recently that I didn't get into them, and I feel bad for not getting into them. I like that game.
You talked that game up a lot.
Oh, I love that game. I still love it. I don't know why it slipped my mind until just now, but Borderlands 3 was fantastic. I still suggest that to anybody that likes looter shooters. I would suggest it over Destiny. I don't know why, but people put them in the same boat, even though Destiny is
They're
an MMO.
not really...
I guess it's just because you get loot when you shoot enemies, and it's an RPG shooter. I guess that's why
It's not the same. It's like they're kind of the same, but...
Yeah.
Borderlands is more story mode.
Yeah, it's more story mode, just for 4-player co-op and stuff. I don't know why people do, but I've noticed people do tend to put them in the same category, and I don't know why. I don't get it. I guess they are similar games from a functionality standpoint, but they're not from a genre standpoint. But So, I will keep playing Borderlands 3 probably for the next couple years, however long they put DLC and stuff out for it. I know I keep seeing rumors of a Battle Royale for Borderlands, even though Gearbox is like, we're not touching Battle Royale. Because they just don't do that kind of thing. But I kind of hope they do. I just think the style would be funny. It wouldn't take itself too... It'd be like Realm or Fortnite or somewhere. It doesn't take itself too seriously, except Fortnite does now. But... but it wouldn't look... you just...
I will say, that new freaking Jedi update they had for Fortnite...
Oh, yeah. I died the other day to someone, and then the person that killed me, he was watching me last night. The person that killed me had a lightsaber, like that was your pickaxe, your melee thing, and this fucking, it's not the pickaxe.
It's an actual weapon.
Yeah, it's an actual weapon you can pick up.
And it's freaking insane.
He was flipping around and all kinds of shit.
That's just crazy, dude. That looks so fun, just to have a big old freaking lightsaber battle.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's crazy.
That looks legit.
I know. I wish I would have played it during those updates and stuff, but that was like right when I had started working and stuff, and I'd just seen the Star Wars movie, so I wasn't like looking for Star Wars gaming content or anything.
I watched that movie the other day.
Oh, you saw it?
Which movie?
The new Star Wars movie.
Any good?
It's
fantastic, bro.
Dude,
I love
the best
it.
ones.
I know a lot of people have their problems with Star Wars, and I've ranted about...
I've never seen or watched a Star Wars. I mean, it's Star Wars. It's hard to mess up Star Wars.
I've ranted on Twitch so many times now, and I know we're going off on a tangent here, but I'm gonna rant on the podcast just because I got to stand up for Star Wars. I grew up with the prequels, and I know a lot of people that grew up and watched the original 3 movies, and I think that's a lot of the reason why they stand up for those so hard compared to the prequels and stuff. But I know a lot of people hate. We're gonna get shit for this too, but I know a lot of people hate the prequels, but I grew up with them, so to me they're still fantastic movies. I love them. I know the CGI is a little dated on them, but I still love those movies. And then any new Star Wars that comes out, I don't know. It's Star Wars, and to me, people treat them like they're supposed to be art films or something, and they're like, oh, the cinematography on the scene and blah, 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 and it was so boring, political, blah, blah, blah. I hate it. I hate it because I'm sitting here like, fuck that, dude. It's a space fucking... It's a space western. I know they call it a space opera, but it's a space western. 100% is what it is, with samurai, with fucking space samurai, with space wizards, I guess I should say. And it's just fun. It's escapism. That's 100% what it is. You watch it and you escape into another world where none of that's possible. Yet none of that's possible, and it's just something you watch, and you just, you're supposed to be in awe of everything happening and of these people's stories and stuff like that, but that's not the way it's treated. Instead, people, especially on Twitter's just that way, I guess. But
that's crazy. It's definitely definitely worth going to see. It's freaking good.
And I know a lot of people are like, well, they played it... Like, this is a big fucking complaint about this movie right now. They're like, they played it safe because you could tell that it was definitely fan service. They did a lot of stuff in there just for fans and stuff. And I was like...
So?
That's how you make money, bro.
Yeah.
They wanted to make some money on their fucking movie. What the hell are you supposed to do? Anyways, let's get off that shit before I'll go for hours on that fucking Star Wars shit, dude.
I've only seen like 1 or 2.
I've been pissed about that lately.
You haven't seen all the Star Wars?
No, I've only seen like 1 or 2 movies.
I know what we're doing.
I guess we gotta kick them off.
Disney Plus.
Yeah, Disney Plus.
Disney Plus has all of them.
Every single one. And it has a series. The series are really good too. The cartoon series. A lot of people don't want to watch them because they're cartoons. But just like Avatar: The Last Airbender, I'll tell you right now, the cartoons are fantastic. And their story is very, very much canon, so it's important to the story. It's just that background stuff about background characters that you don't really have to know, but it helps to know it. Like Star Wars, Clone Wars, has like 5 or 6 seasons, and that is super important. It tells you stuff about, like, if you're a fan of the new Mandalorian series, it tells you stuff about the background of Mandalorians that you don't know, and especially, and I'm not going to spoil anything, but something to... it teaches you about something that's in the last episode of the Mandalorian series.
Which one? Number 8?
Yeah.
I haven't watched it yet.
It's super important. Clone Wars, you don't have to know the background information. I'm sure a lot of people that are watching Mandalorian don't.
I don't. I've never watched the Clone Wars.
The Clone Wars is a really good series. It's a little... Especially the first season really feels like it's more catered to younger people.
Yeah.
and I think as a cartoon, it's always going to be a little bit. But once you get like the later seasons and stuff, it starts showing some death and some stuff like that where you're like, holy shit, like it gets a little bit more mature. I think that's also why it got canceled later on. But yeah, it's just really good. You're gonna have to watch them all for sure. you don't have to watch all the series and stuff, but you watch all the movies at least.
You have to watch all the movies.
Anyways, back to it. I know there's some bigger games, some more big games that came out this year. I just can't remember them, and I don't want to say that it's a bad thing for them, but I can't say that's necessarily good. The Apex Legends came out this year. That was a fun game. It's a battle royale. I play it still a little bit. We just played it the other day on stream, and it was alright.
Yeah, it died down pretty quick.
Yeah, it
was good.
I think I wouldn't have had as bad of a problem as people if they would have updated it quicker. But they kind of threw it out quick was their thing. They worked on it long enough to do good work on it to the point that it wasn't going to be one of those ones that came out and was going to be shit from the start that they had to fix. But they just didn't provide more content in the cosmetic content on there, like skins and stuff, weren't good in that first season. Like, they weren't good at all. I remember when the first season came out. Yeah, and everyone was like, oh, yeah, but it was like color swaps and, a few different things. Like, Wraith didn't have hair, like, on one skin or something. And I was like, so you took the hair off and changed the color of the outfit. All right, that's impressive.
That's basically it.
Yeah, but now they've got some cool ones. When we were playing the other day, they have some cool ones on there, but...
yeah, but I feel like it's a little bit too late now, though.
Oh yeah, it's way too late. I think it has a big enough player base that it will survive for a little bit, and I'm sure it could always bring some people back into it. Yeah. I don't think it'll ever be. It's not gonna be like a Fortnite killer or anything right now.
No. When it first came out, it was definitely Fortnite killer.
I'll tell you what, Fortnite's gonna be a Fortnite killer. I played it last night on stream, just a couple games. They changed the shooting system, and he said he was telling me that it's going the way of H1Z1. They changed the shooting system to a point to where, at least when you hip fire, I think it was when you ADS too, I think I tested it, certain assault rifles and stuff like that have more recoil. Like, Fortnite never had recoil, it was just, the more you shot, it would bloom more.
But now it's actually...
Yeah, the gun jumps now. And I was like, when I shot a couple times, I was like, I don't like that. I was like, I don't like that at all. Like, there's a time and a place for that kind of gun system in the game, shooting system. That's not... I was like, that doesn't fit this game. Hold on. That doesn't feel right at all, dude.
It's too cartoony.
Yeah,
like, you can do it with H1Z1. It's a little bit more realistic.
I mean, that's what killed it. I mean, that's why I stopped playing, and a lot of people stopped playing.
Yeah,
that's literally why they came out with Z1, is because it's the same game, just without all the recoil and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, the new one, or old new one.
Yeah.
New old one, whatever.
We played that here like last weekend.
It's fun. Yeah. I mean, the player base is so low though. Like whenever you jump into a match, there's only gonna be about 9 people.
That's a good day.
Really? A good day. There's 9 people.
Really?
Yeah, we got some games where it's 3 people. It's me, him, and someone else, and we were playing solos. So
full on battle royale game.
But this the gas has already moved in, and it's just a smaller circle.
Yeah.
Because a huge map with 3 people. It's going to take 2 hours to find each other.
And everyone's gonna have top fucking level gear when they fucking
see the best.
I mean, yeah. I mean, it could be cool.
PUBG's updates they've done has helped a little bit.
I'll say PUBG, out of all the ones that have been working on improving and keeping content rolling out,
for sure.
Maybe
not necessarily
are top 2 for sure.
Content rolling out, but fixing
up for fixes.
Fixing stuff.
Oh well,
Fortnite's done the best on constant fixes, constant updates, and cosmetic updates and stuff. PUBG has done the best on fixes, I would say, because I remember just a few months ago, anytime I played it, I was fucking pissed because the windows were fucked up, like on fucking Realm Royale. But now the vaulting is a lot smoother on there and stuff like that. They've fixed some stuff on there for sure.
I seen something where somebody was flying in PUBG now. Have you seen that?
I think they have
someone
jetpacks or something, don't they?
No, it's like this air glider, and someone took off in it.
And what?
PUBG.
Ooh.
Yeah, there's an air glider on PUBG.
Okay, yeah.
And I seen it. Like I haven't got to actually use it yet, but I seen a video on it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it's a 2-seater or 1-seater.
Yeah, it's.
I mean, hopefully at least 2,
cool.
but
Yeah.
yeah, I haven't played since that update though.
All right. I apologize. I can't remember any other games. I mean, I guess I could look it up. Some old 2019 games here. I guess you guys could answer some stuff from chat.
Yeah, I got it. Wow, there's only one thing.
You read that?
Yeah, I have read
About
it.
Fortnite.
Okay, yeah, I'm seeing some new other games that I played that I haven't thought of. What do we got in chat?
He said, I honestly stopped playing Fortnite because of all the things they did to it. He said that being a good example.
So that's another person that played Fortnite, but
I was telling
might be slipping off.
I was telling Simphus on my stream the other day. I was like, look, I don't have a problem with Fortnite. I have a problem with the building of Fortnite. And I understand that's a core mechanic of Fortnite. That's why it's so big. And that's why it's such a high skill cap in that game, because of just the building and stuff. But I was telling him, I was like, if they would put in an extra mode where they took out the building, I was like, I'd play that fucking game every day.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
If I could
they
just
took the
play,
building
because imagine just running through the field or, riding on those fucking boats and stuff like that, and you see someone or someone sees you, and you have no way of building to protect yourself. It takes all skill to sit there and turn around and try to shoot them and kill them faster than they're killing you.
I don't mind. I would say, or just make it where you can't build more than one house.
Yeah, they had a limited time mode where you had 30 of each resource, I think. And that's all you could build, the whole game. And
so
you had to be super
Like, I don't mind. See what they need
smart
to do. They need to make it where you can build off of buildings, so you can go up buildings. Obviously, that'll be fine. If you're building within 4 spaces out of a building, you can build up to the one above the building. Or if you're on the ground, you can you can make a wall.
The building stuff.
Yes. It's just building, you shoot somebody and they're like...
Oh, yeah, and then you have to sit there and attempt to, if you're not good, at least attempt to fight with these guys in this fucking weird, what are they called? They're called build battles, I guess. Yeah. And it's stupid to me, because it's like, dude, no, I'm just going to drop down, and when you drop down, I'm going to try to kill you. That's it. That's my strategy for it.
I never build against them.
Only time I'll build is I might put up a wall or a ramp or something.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, that gives you a little bit of leverage.
Yeah.
To be on top.
But I swear, dude, if they ever put that mode out there, for sure, 100%, I'd play it every day of the week. I'd play that mode every day of the week. Yeah. I'd probably play it more than Realm Royale or anything, because I like the shooting on the game, and the game looks good and it feels good.
Used to.
Yeah, I used to like shooting.
Used to like the shooting.
Now that they've done this thing with the recoil, I don't know. All right. Also, Death Stranding came out this year.
Walking simulator.
No, I'm into it. I like the idea of it. I don't think it's for everyone. I think it definitely has a niche. A niche.
I haven't seen stuff like actual gameplay of it.
I mean, it basically is. It's a delivery simulator, is what it is. You're walking across this big map, and you have to deliver. And once in a while, you'll come across these spots where these invisible enemies are, and you'll have to be quiet. And this thing right here, claps pretty much next to you, and it'll show you where the enemies are and stuff like that. And you try to evade them and stuff. And if you can't, you try to escape them. And there are enemies that you have to beat up. And I think there are guns and stuff that you can shoot and stuff as well in the game. But the idea of the game is because it's a multiplayer game to a point. I don't think you see other players if I remember right. But basically, if I craft a ladder and there's a ravine right here and there's no way to cross it, then I'll leave the ladder there so that other people, when they come across that ravine, they need to go across. My ladder's there.
Fuck that shit.
And they can go across.
Just take the ladder back.
I mean, you can do whatever you want. That's the idea. But the idea is to make connections with people without actually connecting with the people. And so I understand that. I respect the idea. And it is a really pretty game. And the story of it and everything seems really good. But I don't think it's for everyone. Like Simphus, I don't think he'd ever like it. I don't think he'd even like to watch it. If I couldn't stream that game, I don't think. I know some people like it, but I feel like a lot of people would be like, all right.
I watched a minute video of it, and I just X'd out of it.
Yeah.
It's not my game.
Control came out. Control was a game. It's kind of a shooter game, but it's third person. Your chick has telekinesis and stuff like that. It's a cool game. It looks fun. I don't think it's for everyone again, but I definitely think it's for more people than Death Stranding is. It's a really cool game. Sekiro Shadows Die Twice came out this year. That's a good game. It's Dark Souls, but like set in Japan, feudal Japan. That was a really cool game. Outer Worlds, I played that on stream. Outer Worlds is like made by the Fallout New Vegas guys, and to me is the true successor of Fallout, except you're in space. So it's more like I guess I want to be a space cowboy. I guess it's more like Bethesda's their RPG game set in space that they're making right now.
One of my buddies who just got a PC was telling me about some game that came out that was a 4-player game, and it was like a stealth kind of game. He's at work right now. I'm waiting for him to get off. Get on break so he can tell me what it is.
Didn't that one game come out? It's like Tom Clancy.
Oh, Ghost Recon.
Yeah.
Or not Ghost Recon, Breakpoint.
Yeah, Breakpoint. Didn't that come out this year? Yeah. I've watched some videos on it.
Everyone said it was great, but there's still a lot of bugs.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. A lot of people said that.
With the drones and
they were saying I know a lot of people are mad and won't go back to it even if it gets fixed now, because they were like, these are things that we didn't have a problem with in the Wildlands, Ghost Recon Wildlands, and they're like, this is essentially the same type of game, and they're like, so why is this a problem? Like, why are these problems in this game?
I've got Wildlands on my Xbox, but
I played Wildlands for a little bit.
You would never get it. He's like, I ain't getting that game. I ain't getting it.
But Outer Worlds is fantastic. I do suggest that. It's an action RPG shooter kind of thing. And I don't know. Fallout 4 was fun when Fallout 4 came out. But I think, I don't know, there was just something about Fallout 4 that I couldn't play it for the same length of time that I could play Fallout 3 in New Vegas. So the Outer Worlds really scratches that itch. I was going to say itches that scratch, and I was like, come on, man, don't fuck it up. But then that new Gears game came out. I don't have a problem with Gears, I just didn't play it that much. I played it for like 2 streams.
I only like doing it if it's like co-op. Like me and Waldy.
Exactly. That's my thing on Gears. It's always been my thing.
Gears of War 3.
Oh yeah.
We played the shit out of some Gears of War 3.
Oh yeah. Resident Evil 2 came out. A lot of people like that. It does look good. I just never played it this year. Untitled Goose Game was a big meme right now. Kingdom Hearts 3. Man, you guys should just kill me now for forgetting that shit. I don't know. Kingdom Hearts, whatever. Kingdom Hearts 3 is fantastic. I love the Kingdom Hearts series. I'm not going to go into that.
Trash bucket.
God damn. Mortal Kombat 11. See, a lot of big games came out this year. I just couldn't remember. Mortal Kombat 11.
I haven't played it.
I played it a little bit.
It's a good game. I like Mortal Kombat.
Yeah, I played I think her name is Jade on there. I played as her.
Man, I played a lot of Mortal Kombat back in the day.
Yeah.
It was so fun. Mom hated it because like I was just tearing people's heads off. But
oh yeah, it's not a kid-friendly game. But
ain't for Jesus.
It ain't for Jesus. Division 2 came out. Trash.
Yeah.
I mean, it's fun in the way that Division is always fun, but
what they need to make is make another Army of 2.
Oh yeah, well, they made 3 of them. I mean.
They make a new one.
Yeah, I know they do. I did like Army of 2. I thought it was cool, and I thought it was a cool idea to just have a 2-player multiplayer game.
Yeah, it was pretty neat. I like that.
Well, apparently, it's getting like a big update.
What is?
Division 2.
Division 2. It's a big like PvP update.
I have it. I mean, if you guys got it, I'll play with you. But
I don't have it.
That's my thing.
I played the beta.
I don't want to play Division without people.
See, I feel like I'm too far behind to get in now because people are gonna have so much gear and stuff like that. There's no point. But I don't know if it's out yet. But I thought like there was some talk about having you have a 1 life, you make a character and he has 1 life, and if
like
you die in a PvP or
thing?
something like that, he's gone forever.
That'd be legit, man.
That is sick.
Yeah,
I do not mind because there's actually some pressure on dying.
That's a big thing.
That
me and you play. Simphus is the more realistic it is. That's the more I want to play it.
I think that's a niche that's like really growing. I think it's growing out of the whole idea of it even being a niche is like survival and stuff, which I think that started probably back with Minecraft originally, but. Just the idea of survival
came back this year.
Minecraft came back this year. We could bring that up because it did come back this year.
It came back big.
Oh yeah, I played it. I mean, I played it few streams. We have a server that we like sponsor in a way.
That no one.
Not many people are playing right now, but he's still working on it. He said, and it's still getting.
We had a world that we played with some of our buddies on Xbox, and it was pretty legit.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah, Anthem came out and bombed this year.
Man, I was so hyped
for the game, man. I got the beta. I got the beta for it.
We played
the beta, and it was so good. I love the beta.
Some remakes came out this year. Darksiders Genesis, Plague Tale Innocence, really good narrative story game.
I played Darksiders back in the day.
Darksiders 3
first
came
one,
out
the second one.
Get Game Pass, you can play Darksiders 3.
I may have to try that because I loved it. It was a good game.
Darksiders 3 is fun. I just haven't played it on stream. I played it though. We had a couple new remasters. Monster Hunter World got its big update.
No.
Monster Hunter is a really fun game. I don't know if you guys would like it. It's really, really grindy. It is fun, but it's really, really grindy. I don't know. You guys might like it actually. You play RuneScape, and you like action games and stuff, and in the off time when you're not hunting the monster, it's a little boring, and because you have to watch some cutscenes and stuff like that, because it's still a story-driven game. But
again, we play RuneScape.
Yeah,
we know everything about boring.
Yeah, I mean, you might
hours just mining rock.
Even when you're fighting stuff, it's fucking boring.
The more I think about it, you guys might actually like Monster Hunter.
I've been telling him to get it, and he don't want to get it either.
What is it?
Monster Hunter.
Is it? How much is it?
I want to play it.
No, it's not free.
What?
It costs.
No, it's like a full-on game.
Yeah,
I mean, if it was free, yeah, I'd definitely get it.
I'd get anything if it was free.
Rage 2 came out this year.
We have Steam sale on. Is it on sale?
Yeah, it might be. I'm sure it is. It's been out a couple years, and Iceborne's been out about half a year now. So yeah,
I'll look. If it's on sale, I may get it.
While you look over there, yeah, Rage 2 came out this year. That's fun. I love Rage 1. I was one of the few that liked Rage 1, and Rage 2 didn't disappoint. I think it could do with more enemies in it, because I think that was like my one thing while I was streaming it. I'd have viewers while I was fighting, and then people would leave when I wasn't, like when I was just exploring or something.
Yeah.
Because the enemies are few and far between. But then like when you find them, it's like a big amount of them, and that's a good thing because they made the combat so genuinely fun in the game that I just constantly wanted to be fighting. And I know that's not something you do in a game. You know, you can't make it to where you're always fighting. But I wish you could.
Because I remember.
I wish they did.
Because what you were doing a race at one point, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember watching you doing a race. It looked cool.
Yeah. Oh no, it's a fun game for sure. And then it got a DLC as well.
Jedi Fallen Order's on sale.
Yeah. All right, let me go back to that. And then I've got to tout it. I've got to talk about it for just a minute here. Final Fantasy 14 Shadowbringers. Final Fantasy 14 got its one of its biggest DLC yet, one of its biggest expansions yet.
Best of 2019 top seller.
And it's a good game. I mean, it sold a lot. It's got millions. That's the highest selling Monster Hunter ever, and they really did some good stuff with it. I know some old fans that don't like some of the changes, but
I mean, it looks cool. Like I've seen some of like the outfits.
60% off right now.
60?
How much is it?
It's like
$24.
I may get it.
If you guys get it, I'll get it. I'll play it with you guys and I'll show you how it's done.
If it's only like $20 or something, yeah.
I have it on my PS4.
$23.99. It ends Thursday. This coming up Thursday.
If y'all want to play it, I'll get it.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I need another game to play anyway.
Yeah, I'm down with it. But yeah, so Shadowbringers, Final Fantasy 14, the official World of Warcraft killer.
It could be.
And Classic tried to come back. No, it did. Classic tried to come back, and it brought World of Warcraft back above like 1 million players per month for like that month.
Yep.
And then went down, and Shadowbringers was out before WoW Classic came out. And I think Final Fantasy 14 has been over, I don't know, like 1 million to 2 or 3 million active, not just like subscribers that aren't playing, active subscribers for like the whole year that now that Shadowbringers has been out, the whole while. It's just constantly, because I'll tell you why. Besides Final Fantasy being a better MMO, because I'm going to tell you that every day of the week. He already knows this. I kept trying to beg him to play Final Fantasy 14 with me.
I heard it's always heard it's pretty good. I
It's
know
fun.
somebody who
It's a fun
plays
game.
it a lot.
I mean, Sebastian them.
I don't know why he doesn't want to play it. I don't remember the reason why. I think it was something he just didn't like the look of it or something.
He said on something if he don't like it, he said, well, I ain't doing it.
Like my first impression was big. Like
what was your first impression of it though that made it look bad?
I didn't like it.
Oh, you played it?
I looked at it. I watched the video when you told me about it. And I was like,
they have always had like different kind of graphics.
My thing is about Final Fantasy. I know a lot of people look at. I've heard people say, I watched a video on it. I didn't like it. I didn't like how it looked, or I didn't like how it played, or anything. My thing is, in MMO, you don't know whether you like the MMO until you play it, because if you look at any MMO on the fucking video, it's gonna look boring or chaotic. If they're in a raid or something, they have all the bars and stuff up. It's gonna look chaotic. You don't know what's going on unless you play the game. So that's my thing. I've just tried to get him to, like, I even told him, I was like, I'll buy you a month subscription. I was like, you have to pay for the games because MMOs are expensive because you usually have to buy the base game and then the expansion, like latest expansion, and then you get all the expansions. But, so I know they're expensive and stuff, so I was like, I'll get you a month subscription or whatever, or you can buy the base game and I'll buy you the expansion. And I was like, just please play it, because you just can't understand. You don't know how an MMO plays, how it feels, until you're in it.
Same thing.
Well, I think you caught me at a bad time, because I just got done with WoW and I was like, I didn't want to grind any, because I don't know. That's my thing, because I'll play a game that's just really grindy, like anything from WoW to RuneScape. I'll grind for so long, and I'm just done with grinding. I don't want to grind anymore. I don't play RuneScape
I get that,
anymore,
but that's the thing. Once you buy the game and you play it for a few months, don't renew the subscription, then when new expansion pack, that's how people play MMOs anyways. Some people play them all the time, but...
Okay, do you know this one? He typed in Terraria.
Terraria? Yeah, Terraria came back.
Yeah, he said there's a big update.
Yeah, it got
never played it. Heard about it.
It's like a 2D Minecraft. That's how most people Terraria. Describe it. I know a lot of Terraria fans would fucking eat me alive for saying that, so I apologize, but to people that don't know how the game plays, it's a 2D Terraria, or it's a 2D Minecraft. And it's really fun. It's a good game. It has bosses in it, like a lot more bosses in Minecraft, and there is an end of the game in a way, but
there's an end in Minecraft.
Yeah, technically there's an end in Minecraft too, so...
I did watch a video where this guy did a speed run, and he killed the Ender Dragon in 2.5 minutes.
Jesus Christ!
From starting a brand new game.
Jesus Christ! What did he do? Just dig straight down? Fucking got him some.
No,
because you have to get another portal.
Somehow he knew where everything was.
Oh,
I wonder if he did a certain seed.
Yeah, it may have been a seed where he knew.
Because I know you can tap in a seed.
I mean, he literally just he knew where everything was, and to get into the netherworld, he found some lava and just threw lava down in water and made the obsidian rock, and then lit it up and did it, and he threw snowballs at everything. And apparently, if you set a bed down and try to sleep in the netherworld, or in the Ender Dragon world, it blows up, so whenever the dragon would come at him, he'd lay down to sleep and then blow it up and take a big old chunk of the dragon's life off.
God damn.
So he just had a bunch of beds with him, and that's how he killed it.
That's good shit, though.
I mean, it was insane to watch it.
Alright, I didn't really put it in the itinerary, but I do want to do a little thing here where I'll give you my favorite game of the year. Or my favorite, whatever I played this year, whether it's new game or not. My favorite game this year that I played is probably, and it'd be between. I'll give you top 3 because there's no way I can sort it out between them. Shadowbringers, Borderlands 3, and Fallen Order, Jedi Fallen Order. Probably my top 3 favorite games this year because they're good. They're all good. They all do what they're supposed to do, and they're fun.
I wish I played I wish I played my console more.
I don't touch my console anymore.
I know it's hard for me to get myself back into my PS4 sometimes if I get a game for it, because I'm so used to playing stuff over here and streaming and all kinds of stuff that it's just I understand. like how hard it is because sometimes I'll get back on the PS4 to play a game like Witcher 3. I played Witcher 3 the other day a little bit more.
Oh, I'm about to buy it.
Yeah.
See, I've been watching it or playing it.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so good.
Ever since I started watching, I was like,
and I played the game. I played The Witcher when it first came out, Witcher 3.
Mm-hmm.
And
yeah, see, I did too.
Oh,
I played a lot of that game, but I never beat it because it's
long,
it's 200 hours of content, including side content, and then I think it adds another 50 to 100 hours if you get all the DLC as well.
And you can get it. You can get it on your PC too, so you don't have to get it on console.
Yeah,
but I'm about to get it.
Dude, I was playing it the other day on PS4, and it's really hard to force myself to sit down and do it. But then once I would start,
once you start it, you're like,
yeah, it's just that initial thought where you're like, I could just play on my PC, or I could just play a game on my PC.
The one thing I don't like is that the new season don't come out until 2021.
Yeah, so many people are mad about that.
It sucks.
Oh yeah, that's the way Mandalorian is.
We have to wait a whole year.
Yeah, but I like The Witcher way more than Mandalorian.
I like both. I like them for different reasons. I can't really compare them. I mean, you can, obviously.
You can.
But one's fantasy and...
Well, they're both...
One's fantasy, very supernatural and, very political, I guess, in a way. And then the other one is sci-fi and... I don't know, it's focused in a way, like it's way more focused of a series than Witcher. Witcher, has the 3 different timelines that you're watching until they come together and stuff.
Oh, well, we won't get into this because this ain't what our podcast is about.
It's good stuff.
You'll know what that confuses the hell out of me sometimes.
Oh, it confused me at first until finally Tifa was the one that figured it out. She's like, I think they're doing different timelines.
There's different timelines in it, and they it starts out in this timeline. And then there's a timeline before all of this happened.
Yeah. And
they'll go back to it, but they won't tell you they go back to it.
Yeah.
Like, I know that.
Geralt is present day, Yennefer is past, and Ciri is future. And it's not that you're seeing into the future or anything like that. You're just, and it's not like there are 3 timelines going on at the same time or anything. It's just Geralt is the one you have to pay attention to because that's the present one. Yennefer is giving her past, and then introduces her, and then goes on from there.
Yeah, it shows her, and then finally at the end, they all kind of meet together, but it's ridiculous on how it all.
I got it because it showed some people dying, but now they're all back in the castle, party,
exactly. You'll see
they're about to get married or
stuff. Oh, it's freaking.
That's when I kind of figured it out. I was like,
when you watch it, it's gonna confuse the hell out of you.
I'm on it
and I see a lot of people.
Have you been watching it?
Yeah, I'm on episode 4 or 5.
Oh, that's right. I thought you said you hadn't watched it yet.
I see a lot of people on Twitter really giving it shit. I'm gonna keep bringing up Twitter because it's where I see all the drama and stuff. But
no, dude. Twitter. I did it first, but after I started watching it, I was like,
yeah,
it's freaking good.
I see a lot of them really bitching about it though.
Oh, it's good. I'm afraid to keep watching because as soon as I watch it, I gotta wait a whole year.
Yeah,
I'm trying to pace myself. Because I know I'm going to have to wait a year anyway to watch it. So I'm like...
Yeah.
It's going to suck.
Oh, yeah,
but it's so hard because I love binging shows.
Yeah.
That's my problem.
My thing with that show... I mean, I was confused and stuff at first, and I think that's the way you're supposed to be. I think that's... Because I don't... they don't make any effort to tell you. That
no, at all. I mean, it's one episode you're here, and then you'll be in one scene, and then the next scene, it's in the past.
And obviously, I think... since they didn't make the effort to tell you that, I think it's supposed to be that way. It's obviously their style, and that's fine. But I know a lot of people on Twitter being like, "I only watched episode 2. It was so confusing." Blah blah blah. And I was like,
"You have the brain of a
these people, like my wife. That was the way I had to get my wife into anime. Was I had to tell her, if you want to like a show, you've got to watch at least a season's worth of a show to understand whether you like it. Mm-hmm. Any show I ever try, I'll always watch at least, even if it's a brand new show and I'm only going to be able to watch the first season. I'm going to watch that whole season just to see if I like it. Because eventually, things have different pacing. They're going to pick up differently. But, yeah, it's good shit. I guess we'll go ahead and move on to what games are coming out next year. And the reason I move on to this so early, because, we're still, I guess, relatively early here, is we're going to talk about the games, as we see fit. So we'll start off in January, obviously. Yakuza Like a Dragon. Yakuza are little beat 'em up games, kind of like your character is a city, kind of GTA-ish. and you have fights. It's a fighting game, but it's third person. Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, which is a Dragon Ball Z story, single player story game.
Is it like the normal Dragon Ball Z?
No. It's a 3D fighting arena, but I think it's open world or something. We haven't seen too much.
Oh yeah, it's like normal. Normal Dragon Ball Z games.
Well, only recently have Dragon Ball Z games started to be semi-open world, but this one's fully open
world.
Yeah.
Well, that kind of. I think
until you get in a fight. If you get in a fight,
a long time ago, I remember when I was younger, staying over at a friend's house, and I remember playing Dragon Ball Z, and it was like it may not have been open world, but
there was kind of path. There was kind of like a path.
Well, no, all I remember, we would just fight against each other, but the maps that you would fight on
the maps
were pretty big, and you could go anywhere.
See, I think this is more open world than that.
More like story mode.
But also, I think you just play as Goku on this one. And you might be able to play as other characters. I'm sure there will be.
It's been a long time. I remember around that time, The Witcher and not Mortal Kombat 11, but 10 Combat or Mortal Kombat X.
Yeah.
When it first came out, they had a Dragon Ball Z game that came out around the same time, and I remember playing that one on the PS4.
Yeah. Then we got Tokyo Mirage Sessions #FE. I don't know what that is. I know that Tokyo Mirage Sessions are RPG games, JRPG, Japanese RPG games. I don't really know much about them. I've heard they're good, but that's coming. Mega Man Zero ZX Legacy Collection. They've been releasing Mega Man collections in the past year or two. Mega Man games are fun, so I mean it's just a collection of those, so it'll be cool. Moons of Madness, I've got no idea what that is. Says it's a action game. That's it. Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles Remastered Edition. Now eventually we're gonna do an episode on remasters, so I don't want to touch on remasters too much on this episode or anything. I'll acknowledge it's a remaster as we come across it, but we'll do it.
We got some remasters coming.
We'll have some.
That's what I'm excited.
We'll have some interesting opinions on that episode as well, because Taylor hasn't played any remasters.
He hasn't played any. He hasn't played much of the old school games that we've played.
So that'll be an interesting episode. But Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles, for those of you that don't know, it's a Final Fantasy game. Plays like a Final Fantasy game. It's just like chibi characters, and they're cute and stuff. But it's cool. It's like
that Pop Gears game.
Yeah, kind of. Except I don't know if you ever saw the game. It's Final Fantasy Worlds or something. I streamed it a couple times. Except you capture monsters on there and you fight with them, kind of like Pokemon or something. It's kind of like that, except like the animation at least. So it'll be pretty. It'll be cool. Oddworld Stranger's Wrath HD. The fact that it says HD on it, I assume it's a remake of one of the old Oddworld games. But I know there is a new Oddworld game in the works, because I've got a friend that's a super big fan of those games. They're platformer games. I don't know much else about it to talk about that one. Rugby 20. You guys interested in Rugby 20? You want to play some rugby? Journey to the Savage Planet. That is a survival game, I believe. I saw I think it was E3 trailer or Gamescom. That one looks interesting. I think it's a survival game. Yeah. Pillars of Eternity 2 Deadfire is coming to PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. So there you go. PS4 and Xbox players. Pillars of Eternity 2 is kind of like Divinity, if you played Divinity.
Great game.
Yeah, fantastic game.
Yeah. I loved it.
Also, Pillars of Eternity 2 Deadfire on PC has a voice pack that you can get of the
Critical
Vox
Role.
Machina characters.
It's pretty sick. I like it.
Yeah, so that's interesting.
It's
a fun game.
He had to make a voice finally for Trinket.
It looks really.
Oh wait, never mind. He's not gonna.
Yeah, no, he's just looking at me the whole time like.
I mean, I know Vox Machina and all that. I don't know.
Through the Darkest Times is another game coming straight to PC. I don't know what it is. The Dark Crystal, and I know some people are gonna be like, well, why don't you look into these games? Because there's a lot of games coming out next year, dude. Next year is a big year in gaming, and I'm not gonna do it. I'm just gonna tell you right now. I'm just not gonna get into it. Dark Crystal: Age of Resistance Tactics. Now the Dark Crystal series is resurging in popularity right now because of Netflix. Gave it a series. It was movies before, but now it's got a TV series on Netflix. It's like puppetry and stuff like that. They're using puppetry and stuff to record, or to do it. what's it called? Practical effects, not special effects, to do their characters and stuff because they're all different races. It's cool though. I never got into it when I was a kid. I didn't grow up in that time, but it's cool. I know Mark Hamill does a voice or something on there, or he's in there.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
Zombie Army 4, Dead War. Now these Zombie Army games, there's a lot of these games. Well, 4 obviously, and they do pretty good apparently because they've got a 4th one now. So I guess I'm gonna have to invest some time in figuring out if these games are good or not. Grand Blue Fantasy Versus. It's a well, I know Grand Blue is I think it's either an RPG or fighting series. I'll tap on it to see what genre that is. Fighting. Okay, Grand Blue's fighting game. It's like an anime fighting game. I know one of the games, or one or two of them, have like 3D fighting too, but I know that characters will look like anime characters and stuff. Ori and the Will of the Wisps. Ori, the Ori games. Ori and the Blind Forest. Really cool little platforming game. I am excited about this one. I like the Ori games. Yakuza 5, so another Yakuza game. Those games are really big right now. Yep. If you guys are into fighting and you want to play a single player game, it doesn't fight like 2D. Mm-hmm. It's it's a beat 'em up game, but it's cool. Street Fighter 5 Champion Edition. Okay, so just Street Fighter. Darksiders Genesis. Now, Darksiders Genesis, I believe, is the 2-player. Yeah, it's the co-op Darksiders game. It plays a little bit like, from what I can tell, it plays a little bit like Diablo and stuff. It's just 2 players max, so instead of 4. But it looks cool, and I like Darksiders. Cool world, cool lore, and everything. So I'll probably be into that. Dreams for PlayStation 4. That game's been getting a lot of attention. You can basically make video games in that video game, and apparently you can make very good video games in there. People have even asked, "Can you make Battle Royale in there?" And he's never shut them down on it. He always gives them kind of a vague answer.
So it's a possibility.
Yeah. So but you can make
There's a chance.
You can make multiplayer games on it. So, I mean, it probably would be like a smaller Battle Royale, like 20 players or something like that, max. Marvel's Iron Man VR.
Ooh.
That's just a cool idea.
Yeah.
I played Spider-Man, like a little Spider-Man VR thing that was connected to Far From Home. Obviously, with low budget graphics were kind of and everything, but I still played it on my PSVR, and it was fun. I got to be Spider-Man. It kind of felt pretty good to, be whipping around and everything. Didn't feel as, like, one-to-one as it could, but it felt cool.
I will say, this...
I felt like I was falling when I was fucking falling, I'll tell you that.
Get back to the last subject real quick, the Boneworks.
Oh, yeah.
Made by Brandon from Node.
Yeah. It's pretty sick.
You haven't seen it's VR, and it's...
Oh, okay.
It's, they have controllers out now with VR that sense your fingers, so you can, instead of reaching down and just clicking a button to grab, you actually reach down and you can grab it. And
holy shit, dude,
1,
that's
2,
sick.
3 fingers, and they're kind of the controllers are kind of off a little bit. They're not too bad.
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's gonna have to.
But they strap to your hand like this, so that way if you can hold your hand up and you don't drop them, and you just reach and grab.
That's pretty cool.
Oh, it's sick.
Well. Dad's got a VR at his house, and I went and played it. He's just got the HTC Vive controllers, and they've got like pressure points on your palm that you can squeeze, and it'll squeeze with like these 3 fingers, and then you have this finger that's with the trigger, and then you put your thumb on the little keypad, and you'll grab the whole thing. But the physics on that game is
it's incredible. They nailed it. Apparently,
ridiculous, dude.
That's pretty cool.
You need to look that up.
If you pick up like a sledgehammer and you swing it, it's
like
it's
if you have a sledgehammer and you try to pick up something heavy with one hand, you can't just pick it up. Like, it's actually gonna weigh down, and like depending on if you use 2 hands, is how hard you're gonna swing it, how fast you're gonna be able to move it around.
Dude, that's pretty badass, dude.
And so like when you're pushing a big object or picking up something, it tells you to imagine you're actually picking up something heavy, and it'll be easier to move, because if you try to do it fast, it ain't going to go up. So, like, if you pick up, like, a big old table, if you grab it and you're like...
Yeah, so there's a little bit of role-playing in there.
Yeah, if you grab it and you're like...
Yeah, put yourself in that position.
Like, slowly pick it up like it's heavy, you'll pick it up a lot easier. It's pretty legit.
It's more realistic.
It's pretty cool.
Then we got One Punch Man, a hero nobody knows. I'm interested in One Punch Man. I just like the anime.
I haven't watched it yet.
I haven't watched it yet.
It's super action packed. It's kind of funny.
I've seen stuff on him where he's like he went to like some tryouts for something.
For it to be a superhero.
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
And he like grabs his dumbbell, or there's like the high jump, and he like jumps through the ceiling.
Yeah, it's good shit. It's good anime. The game, I'm sure it's gonna be like some kind of game where you just play as him or something and you fight. I'm interested in it. Final Fantasy VII Remake. That's a big one. That's a big one for me in particular, but I don't know about you guys as well.
I'm pumped for it because that's the only Final Fantasy I've ever played was 7.
7 is, and this one's gonna be more like kind of combat, like almost like Kingdom Hearts combat, where it's got the little menu over here. I heard you can
switch it. I heard there's gonna be an option.
I heard
where
something
you can do,
about it. I don't remember it
being
that one, but I remember hearing something about one of them that you could switch it like that.
You might be able to.
Yeah. See, they said somewhere in the settings you could change it because.
I think. Yeah, I think I remember hearing that now. Yeah, that's cool. I'll play it actually because I really like the idea. Yeah, no, it's a perfect option because there's gonna be people that like I don't want to play it like that.
Yeah,
you know?
I kind of like
cool.
the kind of turn-based.
Oh, I love.
Yeah, I mean that's fantastic.
I love the turn-based stuff, man.
It's fun.
I did when I was a kid. I hated it because I remember Dad used to have the 7. I remember him playing it and like watching him play, and I was like, I just think it's boring.
Yeah.
Now that I played Divinity and stuff, I'm like,
once you get you have to find the right game to get you into that mindset and that idea, and then once you're there, you're like, oh shit, turn-based RPGs are fun, you know. And that for me when I was a kid, that was Pokemon. Pokemon I played first, and I was like, oh, I like this kind of game. Then I got into Final Fantasy X. I think.
I remember we had laptops at school.
Oh man, yeah.
And we downloaded a little Game Boy.
Emulator,
and we played. I played the shit out of some Pokemon.
We never did schoolwork.
No, I had a max level Charizard, and I beat the final 5 with like just the Charizard, and they're all fucking dragon Pokemon, and so they don't really, you don't hit well with them.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've defeated all of them. With my Charizard.
We had like 4 hours of school time just to play because we had to go to Botech.
No, we have so much time to just.
Jesus, man, you guys, that's cool. My school didn't do anything like that, unfortunately, so we didn't get to do anything like that. Cool. We wanted to play that. We had to download an emulator on our phones when we got phones.
Super easy to cheat, though.
Oh yeah, I mean,
super easy to cheat on
tests. I had to have 100 in a class to pass, and I cheated and got 100.
I mean, I would assume that would be super. I think that's one of the cool things about technology. We're progressing to a point to where kids are going to need it to learn. Like it's going to help. It's going to be a cool tool, but at the same time, it's going to be easier to cheat and stuff like that. You know, they have to regulate it a little bit better.
Yeah, it's not smart. Because literally, if the teacher was like up front, I could tab out.
Oh, it's one of those things.
Look up the answer and just.
It's one of those things that if you want to test kids with, and they have that technology available, you need to have like 3 or 4 people around the room that can watch. And if a kid, cheats or whatever, you got to make an example and fail that kid instantly. That way the other kids are like, oh shit, if I cheat, there's an actual thing that will happen if I cheat.
Think they need to get off of that stuff.
Yeah,
I think it's a good thing, man.
People are just dumb at this point. Yeah. And this is not helping. I love technology, but that's
people say that, but also you got to understand we're at a point in our lives where literally, there are people that aren't mechanics that can work in their car now because of, and obviously maybe they shouldn't. There are some people that can't, that shouldn't do that. But you got to, again, like we said in the last stream, you got to take the good with the bad in certain things. And that's one of those things where there's going to be people that take advantage of it, and there's going to be bad people that use it for this or that. And then there's going to be good people who actually do what they're supposed to do, and they actually get smart the correct way, and they do what they're supposed to do. They learn the right way and everything. And you just, it's one of those things. You're going to have to take the good with the bad with it at all times, and it's just going to be that way. And I don't think there's any way to stop kids from learning about that kind of stuff like that. Now, obviously, if you're going to a vocational school or something like that for something, obviously you're going to want them to have hands-on, like a car, like if they're learning, like going for mechanics or something like that. Yeah. You want them to learn with a vehicle and stuff hands-on. So that's one thing. There are things, I think, just when they actually pick what they want to do with their life, that's when you should start making it more hands-on and not as technology-based and stuff. Which I say that, but there are things that you can learn. You should learn hands-on, but you don't have the chance to. So that's when VR would come in handy.
Oh so, VR.
That's my thing now. Is VR would be a good learning tool. If anything, even if computers weren't available to learn with, VR is. But technically, we're in one of the smartest ages we've ever been. because everybody can literally know anything at the touch of their hand. They might not know it in their head, and that makes us dumber in a way, but because of that, we're also smarter.
It's not going to matter anymore. Because
Exactly.
eventually we'll have glasses.
Yeah.
And we'll just say it, and then it'll pop up in our eyes.
Eventually, we'll just have a brain implant.
Yeah, honestly, at this point, we just have to get to that point.
Yeah.
But, because I've also seen, like, the whole VR setup, there's a bunch of, like, cops and stuff like that. They train cops now.
Yeah, they train
with
military
VR.
like that, too.
Yeah, that way it's more realistic.
So that game I was talking about earlier is called Get the Fuck Out.
Oh, GTFO.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
about
I'm
it.
super interested in that idea. I think
It's out.
I think a couple of the viewers have talked about that. Lamb talked about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do want to get
I
that.
want to get that. It's
Because it's like a Left 4 Dead style game.
yeah, it's
almost.
like an open world. It's made by the people who made Payday,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
which I love the Payday games.
Oh yeah. I mean, they're fun games.
It's
Okay.
alright.
All right.
I've watched Summit play it plenty of times,
Yeah.
but I was like, I think I just watched him so much play
Dude,
it.
it's
I was
fun,
like, I
dude.
just don't.
You get to,
I was like, I know the whole
especially
game.
like the VR Payday.
The VR would be pretty cool.
Also in March is Neo 2, or Nioh maybe. I think it's Neo. They're like samurai
Matrix.
fighting game. Like you're just
Let's say that.
it's like a hack and slash game. You're a samurai. You kill things, people and things.
It's starting to rain.
Oh. MLB The Show 20. I don't play mini
Nah,
sports
I don't-
games. I don't play
Nah.
baseball games specifically.
I
I'll play
played
Madden.
Football. Football
Yeah,
was the only one I played.
I'll play that, and I'll do some skateboarding games, stuff like that.
I played Skate 3.
Oh yeah, Skate 3 is fantastic.
Man, dude, you could just jump off and just see how many bones you could break.
Oh, yeah, for
Man,
sure.
we would challenge each other. To see how many bones we break.
I bet you I'll go back and break more.
Yeah, dude,
I remember
that was
doing
nuts.
some freaking like laser 360 flip. Oh man! I
Then you
love
got the
that game.
people that are just like rolling and just
Oh,
they
it's
get so many points
fantastic,
because they
dude.
just roll as far as they can. I
Oh,
was
yeah.
like, alright.
Animal Crossing New Horizons. I don't know if you guys ever played Animal Crossing.
I know it's kind of like a not what it looks like. game.
Yeah, it's like a life sim kind of thing, except you're like an animal, and you
Yeah.
just do little things. But it's fun. It's casual, but it's fun. And you know, they're always decent games. There's nothing wrong with them. Doom Eternal, and which I'm super excited for. I love Doom, and this one just looks like it's gonna get you in the action even more than Doom 1 did. Doom,
Oh, it's
or Doom,
crazy.
Doom 2016
It's
did.
like all action. I love it.
Oh yeah, I love Doom,
I
and
played the new. Do I
I-
have the new one? I thought like I have the.
I
or
just
not the new one, but
yeah, I know what you mean.
that's pretty good.
I just hope that the multiplayer lives longer on this Doom game if they do multiplayer on it. Because Doom 2016, I was super into the multiplayer, but like no one else liked it. But I love arena shooters, and that's how Doom play. You know, it's like Quake or Unreal Tournament or something. It plays like that, and I love those games. I think those are the best shooters to me. I know maybe they're not actually the best, but they feel like the best. They feel smooth. You move so quick and everything. It's just nice. So I hope the multiplayer on that picks up. Bleeding Edge comes out not long after Doom Eternal, 4 days after, in March. Bleeding Edge is a game I played, and you can check it out on my YouTube channel. I have a live review video of it. I didn't get to play the game on the video, but there was a video on there that I watched. So I don't see what that is, but I saw who posted something in there. But so Jesus. But Bleeding Edge looks fucking fantastic, and it played really good. I don't know why I couldn't stream or record that game. I don't understand it because it was so smooth for something that's an alpha. It was the smoothest alpha I've ever played. Everything worked the way it was supposed to be. It was just a good game. It plays like a MOBA in a way with skill shots and stuff like that. That's how kind of how the characters
is that the
move.
one that I jumped in?
Yeah.
Your streamer was one? You
Yeah.
popped it? Yeah, because you only play like a day or like one game.
Yeah, I only got to play like one game on it, but that one game was enough. It sold me on the game. I'm gonna get the game now. If I play one match on a fucking video game and it sells me that hard to where I'm like, oh, this is great, and it
looked
works great and
interesting.
everything.
I don't even know what it is.
It's a team based kind of like MOBA, except it's not
See-
a MOBA.
See, I thought it was kind of like a League of Legends.
Yeah, it
but
doesn't.
it's
It's not.
like-
Yeah, you're third person. Like
Yeah, it's
you're
not
not
the
like
whole-
third person isometric,
Oh, it's
but you're
kinda-
third person
so
like
it's
behind
like-
the character.
It's Smite. Smite would be closer.
Yeah, Smite is
yeah,
closer,
to what-
but it's purely you're fighting the other team. There's no minions or anything like
What's
that.
the-
You're
so
fighting
it's
the
the
other
same.
team.
Is it like made with still gods and stuff?
No.
No,
This
no.
is made with just like characters, and it's
Oh.
kind of cel shaded graphics like Borderlands or something. It has a very stylized look to it, but it looks really good. If you haven't watched the live review video, you don't have to watch the whole thing, but skip through it, and you can. I have gameplay from IGN going in the background. It looks really fucking good, and it feels really good. The skill shots, everything. It's a great game, and I will not stop cheering for that game because it's great. Journey to the Savage Planet. I'm pretty sure. Oh, I think it's for a different device right here. Persona 5 Royal, which is a new edition of Persona 5. Resident Evil 3 Nemesis. That's the remaster of Resident Evil 3 Nemesis from back in the day. If it's anything like Resident Evil 2's remaster, I'm certain it'll do fantastic. Cyberpunk 2077.
That's the
April.
game everyone's waiting.
Woo! That's the one, man. I can stop right there, and that's the whole year because everybody's gonna be stuck in that fucking game for the whole year after that. But I don't even want to go into that one because we might just do a whole fucking episode on Cyberpunk because it's just that big of a game. It's one of those once in a while we're probably gonna do an episode on just one video game or series or something when just a new one comes out or something like. What we'll probably talk about here in a minute. Yeah. But it's fantastic. It looks fantastic. Everything looks nice. It's a shooter, RPG set in. It's made by the guys that make Witcher, so obviously it's going to be adult, and it's going to be very good with quests and stuff like that. So that's going to be awesome. Predator Hunting Grounds. That's a Predator game,
dude. I want to get that.
Yeah, Alien vs. Predator. I played that game back on PS3 and stuff. I thought the multiplayer and everything was real cool, and I thought the game was cool in general. But I'm excited for a Predator game.
It looks. Have you seen?
Seen
stuff on it?
As long as it's better than any Alien game that's come out.
See, I've only seen like Alien Isolation or something like that, where it's kind of like a scary one. I guess it's always trying to pop out. That's the only one I've ever actually seen.
Yeah, no, this one's more than that, but Trials of Mana. Now, they've been doing a bunch of the Mana games, Secret of Mana, Trials of Mana. They're remasters. They're RPGs. They're cool. They're fun. Maneater, which is basically GTA, but you're a shark in the water. And you just go around killing other fish, and you can jump out of the boat and do crazy tricks and kill people that are on the boats and all kinds of stupid shit. It looks crazy. Your shark can, level up and stuff. It's cool. Marvel's Avengers. I don't know if that's going to be a fun game or not. I know the Avengers that are on the game are not the actual actors because they would have cost too much money. But but also these generic versions of these heroes that they made look fucking stupid. But the gameplay looks fun, so that's cool. Wasteland 3. Wasteland 3 I'm excited for Wasteland 3 because it's a series it's the series that Fallout was originally made from. If you go back play Fallout 1 and 2, they were a different kind of tactical strategy game, and they were cool. Or it was cool. Then Wasteland 2 came out here a few years ago. Finally, some guys got together that worked on Wasteland 1. They made a sequel to it finally, but it still plays like the old game was supposed to, just better graphics. It's a fun game. Wasteland 3, I'm excited for it. Last of Us Part 2, I'm super excited about that. If you guys haven't played Last of Us...
I never played it.
Yeah,
when I watched people play
a lot of stuff on it. It looks
I watched the whole entire thing.
Great,
that game's
great
so
story
good.
mode.
Oh yeah, fantastic. Yeah. Naughty Dog does some of the best story mode games out there. Uncharted, Last of Us. Yeah, Naughty Dog is fantastic.
They came a long way.
They made Jak and Daxter.
They came a long way.
Oh yeah, they have for sure.
Yeah, they made the Watch Dogs. Didn't
they? No, that's Ubisoft. You ain't fucking dumb.
I only played the first one.
Naughty Dog's doing fantastic for themselves, and I'm proud of them. Fast and Furious Crossroads is a Fast and Furious video game. Looks like kids and shit. I don't know. Then we have to be announced games that we don't know when they're going to come out, but they'll probably come out next year or sometime soon. I've got to pee, so I've got to look at the timestamp to edit this out. Or you guys can keep talking or whatever you got to do. But I drank a little too much liquids. I don't know. I'm going to have to turn you
in this bottle.
There you go.
There you go. There you go.
Out in the closet.
I had to move that chair because I was like, man, if that squeezes my bladder, bro, I'm going to go.
Listen till he falls asleep. Let me see. What they put on yours? Let me see yours. Let me see your Twitch chat. Because I logged out so I could log into my other one. Let's see. Who are these people? Green shirt is Where's Waldy? I am Bearded Morse. You made a stream saying appreciate it.
I'm actually Simphus, but Captain Skinny Penis is my alt account.
We have alt accounts, which I have switched to my actual account though. But Though we will say at the end of the stream also, if you have any suggestions, anything for future podcasts you would like to hear us talk about, if there should be a link that should pop up sometime. I don't know what the I don't know what the thing is for it, but if you want to join,
there it is, right there.
Yeah, there it is. If you click on that Discord link, you can join the Discord. We are in there. I'm Bearded Morse, Simphus, and Zenith Darksky. Name tags over our heads. We'll get stuff made. This is only our second stream that we've done on this, so we're still getting stuff figured out on everything. So we're still working on it. But like I said, okay, if you're in the Discord, whatever, send us stuff. Send us recommendations, anything you want to future podcasts. Just DM them to us, and we'll talk about putting them in the next podcast that we have.
You guys talking to chat?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna run through these games a little bit quicker since we don't know, obviously. So stop me to talk about one. 12 minutes. Don't know what it is. Coming out next year probably. Away the survival series. Axiom Verge 2. Axiom Verge 1 did really good. I haven't heard that I didn't know there was going to be a 2. It may have already come out because this is for Switch, so it may have come out on PC already or something. I don't know. Beyond a Still Sky. I don't know what that is. If I had to guess, I'm just going to take a shot in the dark here because I saw the name and I was like, I'll take a guess on this one. Airplane shooter. Pew, pew. Boyfriend Dungeon. I don't know what that is. Bravely.
Sounds pretty kinky.
It sounds like one of those little, what are they called? There's novel games that you play on Steam where you like an anime boy or girl or some shit and it's just text the whole time.
Oh yeah, okay. I know what you're talking about. The girl kills each other.
Yeah.
They kill
that fucking game.
Yeah, super weird.
Yeah, one of those types of games. Bravely Default 2, Bravely Default are games that were made by Square Enix. They're RPGs.
Fucking shit.
They're RPG games. They're cool. They play a lot like Final Fantasy, and they're made by the people that made Final Fantasy. So they're always fun games. They're interesting. They have an interesting combat system. I'm excited for that one. Carry On. Not sure what that is. I know what Carry On means, but I don't know. I think it might be a monster game.
Pretty
if
sure
I remember it.
that's a
I think I saw a Carry On.
Carry on my way. Sorry.
Chivalry 2, Circuit Superstars, Cook Serve Delicious 3. So, obviously the third in the line of fantastic Cook Serve Delicious games. And if you didn't notice, I'm being sarcastic. I've never heard of those games in my life, but I can safely assume what they probably are. And especially since it's on those consoles and PC and Switch. It's probably some kind of VR kind of, you can control something in there. Maybe they have that kind of mode. Crossfire X. Crossfire.
That was an old game, right?
I've heard of it. Is that not?
That was like an old FPS
is that not
game, kind of.
I thought that was like a...
Crossout? You're thinking Crossout?
No, I'm thinking... Isn't that not like a airplane shooter game? Crossfire?
Maybe.
I think that's what that is.
Either way.
Maybe.
Crossfire X. Dark Alliance. I don't want to go to Dark Alliance too much because one of our our podcast here, we have main episodes and stuff like that, but obviously there's going to be times where there's nothing happening in the gaming industry for that week or month or whatever. So we're going to have what I'm going to call filler episodes, which are still going to be cool episodes. You can still show up for them and everything, and they're going to be run the exact same way, go up at the same time and everything like that. They're just going to be, I would say, less important in the political sense of gaming. And I do want to talk about D&D games at one point because that's a video game. Out? Dark Alliance, one of them. Baldur's Gate 3.
Dude, I am pumped for Baldur's Gate 3.
Oh yeah, dude.
We all need to get that. Oh yeah,
Baldur's Gate 3 is made by the same people that made Divinity. But Baldur's Gate originally wasn't made by them, but it's going to be fun, I'm sure. Dark Alliance is a D&D game as well. It plays a lot like Champions Norath. If it plays anything like the old Dark Alliance at least, which are games that came out back in the day. Death Stranding for PS4 and PC. I don't know why that's on this list. Destroy All Humans.
Ready for
that
one, dude.
Yeah, Destroy All Humans is a remaster, and I'm excited for that.
Yes.
Again, don't want to touch too much on remasters, but yeah. Digimon Survive. It's another Digimon game. Disaster Report 4. Summer Memories. Don't know it. Disintegration. Not sure about it. Dying Light 2. Gonna be fantastic. I love Dying Light 1.
I love the first one. The first one's fun.
I just like that David Bell is the founder of parkour, and he's the one that oversaw the movement on Dying Light 1, and so I thought that was really badass because I was for those that don't know, I was super into parkour when I was in high school, and
then you got fat.
Then I got fat, but I was like I was super into parkour and everything, so I was just like super proud that David Bell was consulted about that. Elden Ring is supposed to be like an RPG game in the same, I want to say MMO, and created by, I know George R.R. Martin, Game of Thrones, and someone else. Hold on, they might have who the other one is.
You know what I like to play is the which I haven't played them in forever, but the Shadow of Mordor games.
Oh yeah, those games are fun. The Lord of the Rings games.
I love those.
They play. They were created because they lost the IP for Batman. Mm-hmm. They lost. They weren't able to make a Batman game, but it was the same combat style as Batman. That's why it plays like that, and that's why people thought it was really good. They like Batman games. They liked combat, so obviously that was going to be good. Ember, don't know what that is. Empire of Sin, that one sounds familiar. Evil Genius 2, some Fairy Tale video game, I assume. Ghost of Tsushima. Ghost of Tsushima looks really good. It's big, really big, highly anticipated samurai fighting game for PS4, narrative, story-driven, single-player. Godfall, which was just recently announced for PlayStation 5 holiday season at the Game Awards. If you haven't seen the trailer for it, go look at it. It's a cinematic trailer. It's not a gameplay trailer. But it was done all in engine on PlayStation 5, and it looks fucking beautiful because I thought it was live action at first. Genuinely thought it was live action at first. Just with like some weird filter on it. But it looks good. It's a bunch of armored dudes. It looks like they're in heaven fighting. At first I thought it was Diablo. So
we still got a few more years for that.
Yeah. Gods and Monsters, made by Ubisoft. They say it's gonna, Assassin's Creed Origins and Odyssey gave them the idea for this one. So I assume the combat's going to be something like that. It's a little bit more cartoony, though. Probably going to be open world. And you fight gods and monsters, I assume. Grounded. I think I've heard of that one. I'm not sure. Half-Life Alyx, which was just recently announced. A lot of people are excited for it. It's a VR Half-Life game. And it is like some kind of continuation of part of the story, but it's not Half-Life 3. Halo.
We'll never get it.
No. Halo Infinite. I'm excited, but I'm not so excited as I was because now that I played Master Chief Collection, got utterly disappointed by the aim assist.
Apparently on the next Halo that's coming, the aim assist is not going to be as.
Oh, see what they did is they got to make it even, obviously, but they overcompensated. Is what happened.
Yeah. And I mean, I think that's my thing. I was saying that on the stream the other day when I was talking to him. There's no way to make aim assist gonna like in any way even to PC, because if you go too hard on it, they're locked on. And then you've got to be really good on PC to even compete with those console players. But if you take that away and you make it less likely to do that, or you take away the aggressiveness, I don't know the word for it, the tightness of how much it zooms, like locks in and stuff. If you take that away, PC's going to have the clear advantage. And if you take it away completely, PC's always going to have the advantage. Yeah. There's no way to be even on it, ever. There's never going to be a way to be even on a control stick versus a mouse. One or the other is going to have to be better than the other. It's always going to be that way. So I guess everyone either plays mouse and keyboard or controller, or you just, you have to keep putting up with it. Haven, don't know what that is. Humanity, I think, and then Humankind. I think Humanity, I'll click on it and see the picture because I think I know what it is. No picture for it, so it's not what I think it is, probably. It's an action game, it says. Humankind might be the other one I'm thinking of. Nope. I don't know. Humankind's a civilization type game, I think.
I remember hearing something about that.
Yeah, it got announced. I want to say it got announced or had a trailer or something at Game Awards, maybe. It looks cool. Hytale, don't know what that is. Imposter Factory. In Other Waters.
Oh, Imposter. You remember those? Mm-mm. It was a game where it was like, like in Batman, those people dressed up as Batman and was trying to save it. It's like a FPS kind of game like that where people are dressed up as different, like Batman
Heroes
and Joker and stuff like that. Everyone's dressed up like that and they fight.
I know what game
I remember playing it a while back, a long time ago.
I don't think this has anything to do with that, unfortunately, but I do know what you're talking about.
Oh, it's called Imposter.
This is all we know is Imposter Factory, and it comes out 2020. That's all. Literally, we know that in the studio. In other waters, not sure what that is. Industries of Titan. That sounds like it's going to have something to do with Titan as in the moon. Kerbal Space Program 2. I didn't know they were getting a sequel. I'm kind of surprised they're getting a sequel, but I'm sure a lot of people were like that. Kerbal Space Program are those...
We have something to talk about later, is that?
Kerbal Space Program is one of those things where you just create like a rocket ship out of different pieces and you fly off.
He's got you.
You try to. League of Legends Wild Rift is the mobile version of League of Legends coming out. That'll be interesting. I'll probably download it and try it.
Yeah. Mobile version of League of Legends?
I'll watch it.
They've got mobile.
I'll watch it first. See how I like it.
I'll see if it works good, and if it works decent, I'll play it. I probably won't play it for long, but I'll play it because I usually pick up a mobile game, really like it for a while, and then stop.
No.
Legends of Runeterra, which is Riot's answer to Hearthstone and card games, and it looks really good.
Remember Gwent on The Witcher?
Yeah, it got its own game.
Oh, does it?
Yeah, it has its own game. I have I have access to it.
I love that, dude. That was so fun to play.
Lego Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga. So all of the Lego Star Wars games so far, basically, probably together.
I've seen them, but I've never played them.
They're really fun.
I mean, they're kind of like, they put like a little bit of comedy kind of stuff into it too, because it's Legos and like someone's head will pop off and they'll be like,
yeah.
But
Little Nightmares 2. Little Nightmares was a big game. I think this year or last year, a lot of people liked it. I assume this one's going to play like the other one. If you haven't seen it, look into it. It does look fun. Microsoft Flight Simulator. That sounds like a software. That sounds like a software, not a game. But, okay. Minecraft Dungeons. Diablo-esque Minecraft game. That might be interesting. Mosaic. Not sure. I think I've heard the name. Just not sure. Neurodiver. 9 to 5. I've heard 9 to 5. I can't remember what that one is, but I think I was excited for it.
Is that just a job?
No. It's a shooter. It's a tactical shooter, like Rainbow Six Siege or something. That's what it was. Something to compete with that finally.
We'll see how it does.
Yeah. Ninjala. I assume you're a ninja. Not sure. No More Heroes 3. I know a lot of people are probably excited for No More Heroes 3. I was a big fan of No More Heroes 1. I haven't played any of them since. I know there was a DS one. There was a sequel on a couple sequels on Wii or Nintendo consoles. It's a cool game. It's mature. And you basically have a lightsaber, laser sword type thing, and you kill people. Other assassins with it. No Straight Roads. Not sure what that is. Oddworld Soulstorm. I think that's the new Oddworld. Maybe. I'm not sure though.
It could be.
But One Piece Pirate Warriors 4. A One Piece video game. Enough said. Ooblets. I've heard of that. Oh yeah, it's a Pokemon type game. Pokemon type game being made by someone not related to Pokemon.
Oh.
Yeah.
Copy strike.
Outriders. Copy strike. Outriders. I know what Outriders is if I see it. Yeah, Square Enix shooter. Looks cool. That's all we know, really. Paper Beast. No one that is. Paranoia. Happiness is mandatory. I feel like I've heard of that one. Phantasy Star Online 2 comes to America on Xbox One and PC. It's an MMO, and it looks good. It looks decent. It's got kind of an anime style graphics. Project Sakura Wars, don't know it. Psychonauts 2, I'm excited for that one because it's a sequel to an old platforming game on PS2, Psychonauts, and I really liked Psychonauts. I'm a huge fan of Psychonauts. Rainbow Six Quarantine, which is comes from Rainbow Six Siege, but I believe it's like a different kind of game mode type thing, except it's not going to be on Rainbow Six Siege, obviously. It's going to be its own game. That looks cool, I guess.
For a while since they made a Rainbow Six game.
Yeah.
Siege
came out and
they said they made Rainbow Six Siege to last like 10 years.
Yeah.
So we're not getting anything until then.
Recompile, don't know what that is. Roller Champions, that might be that roller skating like ball game thing that I played on.
Oh, yeah.
I played the beta for once on stream. It was announced at E3.
Huh.
Yeah, it looks fun. It looks like a competitor for maybe something like Rocket League or something like that. Obviously, it's not the same game or near the same game, but it does look cool, and it was fun, if that's the one I'm thinking that it is. Rust is coming to PS4, Xbox One, and it says PC as well on here, but maybe it's just an update or something. Sable, don't know what that is. Scavengers, I know what that is. I think that's... I play tested that recently, actually. It's a Battle Royale-esque game. You get down and you drop on a planet. You're dropped into a planet or some shit. You get your guns and stuff like that, your weapons, scavenge stuff, and you collect these things. And after you have like 150 of them, first team to get to 150 unlocks the ship. The ship flies to the planet. Everyone competes to try to get on. Technically, there's room for everyone to get off, but you get more points for being like the first ones on and stuff like that. So obviously people trying to kill each other and stuff like that. When you get around the ship, they'll try to sit there and camp at the ship and kill each other before they get on. Won.
You just camped the campers.
Yeah, I got on there, and it wasn't a problem. And our team won. We won first place. We had the most points, or most shards or whatever.
That seems pretty cool.
It's cool. Yeah, it's a fun game. It's a shooter. It had its problems, but as a good play tester, I gave them like a fucking 2-paragraph essay on like what needed to be fixed and like why it was a good game, but what needed to be fixed. Skate Bird, I don't know what that is, but I really hope it has something to do with skate. I can click on it here.
You just keep reading.
You're a bird skating. You're a bird skateboarding.
Oh,
okay. Cool. Skull and Bones, made by the guys who made Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag. It's a pirate game, pirate ship combat game. That's about it. It's realistic, not Sea of Thieves-ish, but it's realistic, and you fight each other. Mm-hmm. Some people said, I think I've heard rumors that it's kind of like Battle Royale, like a certain amount of people and the last one standing, but I'm not sure.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Sonic at the Olympic Games for iOS and Android. Yeah.
I can see that, like a Sea of Thieves BR.
Yeah.
Where you have your group.
I mean, I guess that's what Arena technically is.
Cool. I mean, it sounds cool.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd play it, but I'd play it. I mean, if y'all play it, I'd play it.
Spellbreak, I played this on stream a few times. I've played it in general a few times. Spellbreak's cool. It's Magic BR. If they nail some stuff down and fix some stuff with it, I think it could be a real competitor in the BR scene. But I do think it is niche in a way. It is, not everybody's going to like it.
Yeah.
Realm Royale.
I think it could beat Realm Royale, honestly.
No, it feels
better
like
to
the
play.
same genre.
Yeah, oh yeah.
With it being new.
It's a fantasy Battle Royale for sure.
Yeah.
Sports Story and Spiritfarer, don't know what either one of those are. Star Renegades, sounds familiar, not sure. And I apologize if we don't know some of these games. Like I said, we're going through all the games coming out next year. I'm not going to give you a background on every game coming out next year because that's a lot of games. Streets of Rage 4, I'm not sure what that is. Superliminal, Super Mash, System Shock Remastered. BioShock is based on System Shock. For those of you that don't know what System Shock is, it's an old game. System Shock was a fun game. It's cool. It's a horror kind of sci-fi game. So System Shock Remastered should be pretty cool. Tales of Erisei. I used to pronounce it Arise. It's Erisei, I believe. They're RPG games. The Tales of games. Tales of Mysteria. Tales of Listeria. No, Listeria is disease. Tell Me Why. Not sure what that is. Tales of Gonorrhea. Yeah. Tell Me Why. Not sure what that is. Tell me why. God damn it.
I thought about it, but I was like, I don't want to.
I couldn't help it, man.
The Good Life. Don't know what that is. The Settlers. It's another Civilization-esque PC game. Twin Mirror. I've heard of it. Don't know what it is. Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines 2. That's another highly anticipated one. It's going to be cool. Yeah. It's a vampire RPG. I mean, that's pretty cool at the base idea, but that game Vampire that came out like maybe this year, last year, we bought it because she wanted it. Cause she likes vampires, and it was alright. Yeah, I mean, it wasn't great. It wasn't bad though. Warcraft 3 Reforged, another remaster, except a multiplayer remaster, and it looks cool. Watch Dogs Legion. It's an interesting idea. You can potentially recruit and or play as almost anyone or every single person, something like that, in the game, in their world on there. And that's hundreds of people with different personalities and all kinds of stuff. So some voice actors got paid, I'm sure. But but that does look cool. And I think that is a good way to save Watch Dogs, is create it as kind of a faction-based game or something. And Way to the Woods. I think I've heard about that one. I'm not sure what that is. Oh yeah, little deer. You're playing as some deer. Yeah. Well, we also have rumors and stuff for games that were announced. So I'm gonna hit those before we hit Twitch chat real quick. Apparently, since we got some stuff going down in the Twitch chat that I'm not knowing about over here. But yeah. So, anyways, first of all, I want to just bring it up because Taylor brought it up. It's probably not going to come out next year. We don't know when it's going to come out. They didn't announce release date. They just said when they announced it a couple years ago, probably be next, year or next couple years, next few years maybe even. But it's about time we got a new one.
Oh, yeah.
Elder Scrolls 6. Whoop whoop.
Yep, ready for that.
Yeah, we don't know. We don't know if it'll happen. We don't even know where it's at. I think the popular ideas for it right now are High Rock, I believe, is one of them. And Red something, wherever the what is the race called? I don't remember. The desert place, but I don't think it's desert place because it looked a lot more foresty than a desert place does. But in the trailer that we got, the overview of the land and everything. And we're all big fans of Elder Scrolls, probably. I know everyone is of Skyrim at least.
Oh yeah.
Elder Scrolls Online does good.
I haven't even played it.
Elder Scrolls Online?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's fun.
Is it? But it's kind of like is it open world?
It's an MMO. Yeah, it's open world.
Is it? I know I saw some guy play it one time and he was fighting some people. I haven't looked anything on it, so I don't know exactly how all it works. But
yeah. There were some more games that were rumored that I was thinking of earlier. I can't remember them. I'm sure we'll get some stuff for MMOs, Final Fantasy, World of Warcraft. I'm sure we'll get some stuff for those, whether they're big expansions or whether they're just updates. I'll tell you right now, man. Hot take, unpopular opinion. Coming up, World of Warcraft is not going to survive keeping the same stylized animation that it has. I know graphics aren't super important in MMOs, but if they don't change the way the game fucking looks, because every time I've went back recently, I get really super bored of how it looks nowadays. I don't know why. Just tired of the way it looks. But
I think that's just you.
Yeah, it might just be me. But I say that. I know other people who have, from where I just moved from, that were like, yeah, it could use an update. It's not saying that it's necessary that it'll save the game for real, but it'd be nice.
Seen old school RuneScape?
Yeah, I mean, exactly. There's stuff that survives, and I'm sure they won't change it too much if they did. I just want like another, because they updated graphics around Cataclysm, I think, a little bit. I'd just like to see it updated a little bit more. Just a little bit more solid, lines on these models and stuff.
WoW just showed something crazy, because there's no Lich King anymore.
Oh, yeah. Well, there is, but... Or no, she destroyed the helmet. I thought she put it on. Never mind. She destroyed it.
Killed him, or whatever.
Yeah.
Then she destroyed the helmet, and so now we're going to like a whole other place. We're going to the Death... What was it?
I don't remember what it's called.
Yeah, where like everything is like get ready to be reborn or all that stuff. It's man, that's crazy. It's
really want to know what makes it like super crazy, just beyond amazing for Final Fantasy fans, because it is basically Shadowbringers, the expansion, but for World of Warcraft. The area, the creatures in it, everything. People were like, no, hold on. You saw that they had more success with this, so you're trying to do it now. And people were pissed. But, yeah, it looks a lot like it. But
everybody in video games.
I mean, yeah, obviously they copy off of each other and stuff like that. And that's a good method. That's a good way of surviving. But they're probably going to get some shit over that for sure. Especially for the World of Warcraft fans who are, like, on the fence on whether they should keep playing that or go to Final Fantasy. The ones who haven't done it yet, but they're like... I'm sure some of them are going to see that and be like, oh, okay, well, then I'll just play where it came from. But anyways, so since I can't remember the other rumors and stuff like that, we'll get to the Twitch chat.
We got Project A.
Project A? Yeah, Project A.
I'm super pumped about.
We don't know.
I'll finally get like a new FPS game.
Well, yeah.
Pumped hard to see it. I'll have to walk up to the camera to show you.
Project A looks... fantastic. It's a shooter, team-based shooter, in the same vein as Counter-Strike, but with his types of characters and stuff like Overwatch.
Yeah, they have abilities and stuff. Super crazy looking.
Yeah, but I know Simphus here is super, super ready for that game. At any given moment, if it dropped today, the fucker would probably drop $50 to $100 on it if he had to.
Oh, yeah, I'm ready for another. Yeah, I love Counter-Strike, but man.
I mean, every game needs to die eventually. Counter-Strike's lived its life. We need a Counter-Strike killer. No, I mean, I think so 100%. CS is dying anyways. It's slowly falling off. We need something to finish it off.
Well, the problem was like they weren't fixing the stuff that we were telling them to fix.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Like the hitboxes and everything, they just weren't fixing it. They said they fixed it, but if you went in and because you can do like a private match or whatever, and you can pop some stuff up. So when you shoot a person, it'll show where the figure was, but where it actually was, and it was just off.
Yeah. You guys can keep talking if you want. I'm just reading. I'm catching up on chat.
There's a lot of chatting going.
Yeah. Hey, that's good though. That's a good thing. So yeah, I guess we'll talk. The one guy was saying way earlier, he's super into Terraria and everything like that. Terraria is a good game. I mean, I believe we pretty much covered all we could cover with Terraria on that, though.
Yeah, I don't know enough.
It is a fun game, and I'm glad you are excited for Terraria. I'm glad you got something you like, man.
I'll show my tattoo real quick.
I don't have the game anymore.
It's the couch.
So, got an idea for a podcast episode. What's your idea for the podcast episode? Or do you say it? Yeah. Comes with homework.
Right. Oh
yeah.
Down farther.
Okay.
Just lose your mouse. This right here.
For those that aren't watching on Twitch right now, we are
this is my
Waldy's showing off his tattoo, and we're just
Game of Thrones.
We're looking through the chat right now and stuff like that, seeing things to respond to and everything like that. That's all we're doing right now. I don't know.
I did post the Discord link, so you can look and give us some comments. And tell us what our next podcast could be.
Oh yeah.
Give us some ideas.
Ideas are definitely helpful for it. We need ideas. I mean, I've got about 10 or so, including filler and main ideas right now. I say 10 or so. One of the filler ideas is once in a while, if we just have nothing to talk about, we'll cover an entire genre, and that's interesting. Okay.
Tattoo is from Game of Thrones, if you didn't know.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, best taco. We got Simphus and we got Bearded Moors here. We introduced them at the beginning of every podcast. Bearded Moors and Simphus are other Twitch streamers as well. They play video games and they're cool dudes, and we all have beards. So.
Wow.
It's getting there.
Okay. Let me pull this mic closer to me so I can read Bunny's idea.
Stash.
Okay. Over the week, each of you come up with a game concept and pitch it during the podcast. Lay out the pitch, and the other two ask questions along with the audience, and to decide if you would like to see it made. Pitch includes concept, projected market, and why it would succeed today. I'm not against that idea. I think if we got to a point that we were doing, I think if we got to a point where we were doing weekly episodes, I think that would definitely be better for that.
Yeah, I was saying because this early it'd be a little bit too much for right now, but that is definitely something we'll do in the future.
Yeah, and it's mainly just because we do it every 2 weeks. That's enough time for there to be something that happens generally that gives us something to talk about. But that kind of idea feels like it would take enough time because, I mean, I've had some ideas for video games before that would take a long time to talk about by myself. So I feel like that's an idea for a podcast episode alone. So maybe there's 3 of us.
It'd definitely be a whole,
Yeah, maybe like 3 episodes out of like every 6 months or out of the year or something like that. We might do something like that, an episode based on like just one of our ideas or something, and we'll each do a single episode. But I like the idea, though. I'll just listen till I fall asleep. Hey, there you go. Place name tags over our heads. Yeah, we might do that.
Yeah, I saw it,
Yeah, kind of like, or I might have like a...
Could be like a bar that pops up.
I might make an animated like overlay or something where once in a while it just pops up across the screen, shows our names for, 4 or 5 minutes and then goes away for a while. Green shirt and black shirt. VR porn. There you go. There you go. I'm down with that idea,
Sins,
bro.
VR.
I say that. It's already exists, kind of.
Sins.
Yeah, pretty much.
Have you not seen Sins?
No, I don't guess so.
Look up Sins VR. That's legit VR porn.
I'm going to hit you guys with
Like,
this
you-
discllmer, the younger listeners.
You're in VR and you look down and it's just...
God dang it.
18 plus if you look up the video.
Green shirt should stop vaping and black shirt.
No.
Quality becomes shy. Oh, because he goes in front of the camera.
Yeah, he
I
did
mean-
that and I just looked straight at him. I was like...
Eventually we're gonna get a better camera, better HD high def camera. This one's HD technically, but it's not.
It ain't like
Yeah.
a Canon.
Yeah, exactly. So
Camera or
it's
something.
just one of those things that I think the light around the camera and a bunch of stuff messes with that and makes it harder to see in general. So I mean they vape though, and I'm not gonna make them not vape. If I had a rule in my house too, obviously then I might, but I don't care about it. And I know a lot
away
of
from the screen. So.
I know a lot of gamers are into vaping and stuff like that. I'm not a vapor, but I'm not a vapor, but so I'm not gonna make them stop doing that. But
Do you do the vape?
like that's about vaping, stream video. He wanted you to do tricks.
Yeah, fans all know I can't do no tricks.
Yeah.
And I'd embarrass myself.
Crossfire already came out. Oh yeah, Crossfire came out October 24th, 2018. This is Crossfire X though.
I say this is a different Crossfire.
I think this might be a sequel or something. Controller though, he's with that controller. See?
Mm-hmm. Fortnite.
Oh yeah.
Is that what it was?
And we're talking about Halo.
Halo.
Oh, Halo. Yeah, that's right. I remember.
You guys getting pizza tonight? I have pieces of pizza in there.
No, keep reading.
This pizza. I think got money. Oh no, I'm gonna get in trouble. This tattoo looks sexy. You ditch us there.
Skip right past it.
You missed
What
the
did
whole
I-
thing.
I'll buy you guys a pizza though, but I don't got
No,
money.
keep going up.
Damn, you guys are guests. You think exactly? Oh, okay, yeah. Fuck you, man. I did have an idea that I'm gonna get us some beer at some point when we do the streams, and we'll do that. I didn't think about food, but if we have food and we eat it while we do the podcast, you're gonna hear a lot of eating and a lot of talking with our mouths full. I don't want to do that. It'll be unprofessional. I might make some food or do something like that after or before.
Yeah, an after podcast.
Yeah, I'm not gonna if we do that thing or the idea that I have where we do like an after show just for Twitch or something like that, then we might. We might eat while we do that and talk to you guys or whatever. But for right now, at least during the recording, that's not gonna happen. All right. Okay, so if anyone else has any suggestions, ideas, or anything like that in the chat right now based on the topic tonight, which was games that came out this year and that are coming out next year, then be sure to tell us in the chat right now, and we'll answer any of it, which, I mean, we read a lot right in, but yeah. I don't know, I think 2019 overall was a decent year for video games. I don't think it was the best, obviously, but I think next year is going to be pretty crazy, especially if we see that Call of Duty BR.
Oh, yeah. I'll play some Call of Duty once the BR comes out.
Yeah. Spoiler alert: there will be an entire episode dedicated to BR around when the Call of Duty BR drops, if it does. If not, then I'll wait for another one. But yeah, I have a whole episode idea for that. Yeah, I agree. Is that what he said down there?
I agree. You agree? Yeah.
You got gangrene.
Gangrene, bro. You need to get that shit checked out. But yeah.
COD VR Zombie is out.
COD BR.
Or BR Zombie, or is it supposed to say VR Zombie?
COD VR Zombie.
Is it VR or BR?
I don't know which one you mean there, man. I mean, the VR zombie COD thing would be pretty cool, though.
There's a zombie thing on the
Mobile has
but-
zombies now.
Yeah, I haven't played mobile in a long time.
All right, we're not seeing any more.
No, COD Zombies VR.
Okay, we're not seeing any
I don't know
more.
about that one.
Right, I don't know about it. Any big ideas or anything in the chat right now? So we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up. let me recap real quick on last episode. We did pretty good. It hasn't been 30 days yet, so I can't say whether we did above average or below average for the first 30 days of a podcast episode. I was reading more into the average thing, and that is average. That it was the average of podcasts that release an episode every week. Yeah. So that's 4 episodes where people have to garner that much attention. But I think we did pretty good for an episode that we just, we released 2 a month. I think we released. I think it did pretty good. Podbean, at this point in time, we had like 24 listeners in Podbean. Then Spotify, we got some followers on Spotify. We got 2 followers on Podbean, which aggravated me because I was like, there's 3 of us. I followed it on my Podbean account. Uh-oh.
No, I did.
But, so anyways, remember to follow, guys, if you're watching on Podbean or anything, so you get notifications of when we go live and everything like that, when we put a new episode out, if you're a Podbean listener and you don't want to come to Twitch or anything like that. We do re-upload the videos to YouTube, and the YouTube re-upload actually did really good. Last time I checked, it had 25 views.
Yeah, I've seen that.
I'll check it out right now. I'm not sure what it's sitting at right now. 26 views. So that's a lot better than I expected that to do on YouTube. For a podcast, because I assume there's 15 million podcasts on there that aren't even actual podcasts. You can catch us on Spotify, Podbean, Apple Music, and Google Play. Apple Music and Google Play, we still haven't got enough analytics on Google Play or on Apple Music for them to even tell us anything yet. So I don't know if it's just no one's listening on there, or just not a certain amount, or maybe it's a certain time frame. But I don't know the analytics for that. What else? Oh yeah, Spotify had like 12, I think, streams. 12 streams, not starts, but streams. So that means 12 people listen to the whole thing through. So thank you guys on Spotify as well. Remember to hit the follow button on there and become a listener on Spotify. Google Play didn't give us any. No, it does give us analytics, and we don't have any people on Google Play right now. Which makes me a little sad because there's a lot of people that were like, "Oh, I'd listen on Google Play if you put it on there."
Oh yeah.
but then I'm like, "Oh, where'd you?" But anyways, so yeah, if you guys catch the podcast, if you don't want to listen to it on one of those, but right now you're listening to it on Spotify or Podbean because they come out the night of the podcast after I edit and upload and everything. If you do want to catch on one of the other 2, Apple Music or Google Play, it comes out about the middle of the week after the episode comes out on Podbean and Spotify. Now, I could have timed that to where I just released them all on the same day, so that or I made them all public on the same day to where they all came out the same day. It'd be a big special thing, but I didn't want to do that because I was like, that's lame. If you want to listen to it on Google Play or Apple Music, sorry, you gotta wait. I know some people are like, "You're making us wait." I'm not making you wait. They have to review it, and after they review it, that's when they make it public for everyone else.
I upload it right there.
Yeah, I upload the same day I upload on one service, and it spreads them to all the other services by itself. They just have to be reviewed and everything like that. So that's not our fault that those come out late. So I'm sorry if it comes off that way. If it comes off the way where I sound like I'm being like, "Oh, fuck you guys," I'm not. I genuinely feel bad for that, but it takes a while to review. It takes, I think Google took the longest. I think it took 3 days for Google to do it, and it took like a day or 2 for Apple Podcasts. Spotify and Podbean, up immediately. They don't care. I don't know why, they just don't care.
Also, you hadn't said this yet, but our last podcast was about next generation consoles. Yeah. So if y'all want to go back and listen to it, y'all can.
Yeah, so that was all about what our favorite consoles were and stuff in the past and everything, what we have now, and then the facts that we know about now, the next generation of consoles, all the specs and stuff like that. It's a kind of debatable topic and everything like that. So, if you guys
opinions.
Yeah, there's a lot of opinions thrown around.
Opinions, gremlins out there. It's just opinions, but
yeah. But anyways, so thank you guys so much. I'm Zenith Darksky. You can catch me on twitch.tv/Zenith Darksky. Darksky. Catch me on my YouTube, which is also Zenith Darksky. You just type that in. The URL is not fancy enough to be /Zenith Darksky in there. You can also catch me on Instagram, Twitter, and I have a Facebook page as well, which has been blowing up for some reason recently. But there you go. You can catch me there. You can catch Bearded Moors at twitch.tv/Bearded Moors.
I got Twitter too. It's Bearded Moors.
Okay.
I've had it. I just don't hardly use it though. But
there you go.
It's out there somewhere.
You can catch Sinfus over at twitch.tv/Sinfus. That's CENFUSS. The only reason I spell his out is because I'm sure people will put SINFUS and different things. But yeah, so his is CENFUSS. That's also his YouTube as well. And I don't know, do you have any social media that you care to?
Nah, I haven't put them. I haven't did that yet.
And then, you can catch me at any of mine. We will eventually make social media separate for the podcast, assuming the podcast does well enough. If it stayed really small or something, I wouldn't see a reason really to do it unless it was solely to advertise it more or something. But I don't know. We'll look at that down the road. But anyways, I want to thank you guys again for all the support in that last episode and any support you guys give us in this one. Be sure to tell people about us because that's one of the best ways to spread podcasts is word of mouth. That's the only way I know most of the podcasts I know is people saying, hey, I listened to this one. It's really nice. It's really cool. I like these guys or I like this person or, And so that's the only way I know most podcasts. So word of mouth is one of the best ways to do it. So be sure to tell people. If you see the links pop up anywhere on your social media or anything, be sure to share that around. Be sure to follow. Right now, the only social media that actively, I guess, advertises the podcast is my personal social media, which is Zenith Darksky on any of them. So follow those or whatever you want to do for right now until we get stuff up and running for the podcast. But yeah, unless you guys have anything else to say.
No, that's it. No. Thanks for listening, guys.
All right, guys. See you.
Peace. You gotta do it every time. I'm doing it every episode. Every episode.
All right, my Twitch viewers. Thank you guys, man.
Thanks for watching, guys.
Yeah, thanks for being active in the chat, especially today. We was more active this time around.
We had 9 people in here.
Yeah, we had 9 viewers at one point. Nice. We got 7 right now.
It's good stuff. Be sure to follow the channel, guys, even if you don't want to watch my gaming content during the week or later tonight as well. If you don't want to watch all that stuff, be sure to follow anyways to see when we go live. I don't know, maybe way down the road, if we get a decent following, maybe way down the road, I'll make it separate Twitch for the podcast. Because I feel stingy putting it on my Twitch right now, but
it will come up probably with a new name for it.
I have to keep Darksky Game Podcast. It has to stay that way. It literally has to. Like, I can't change it on the other services now. That's why it's Darksky Gaming Podcast. Because I was like, I don't know what to name it. If it doesn't get big, it's still got my brand on it. So I threw it out there.
Kind of messed up.
It's kind of messed up, yeah, for sure. I mean, but I didn't know what else to. I thought. I've been thinking for the past year. I was like, what can I name it that's catchy or something like that? But then I was like, at first when I thought of the podcast, it was going to be me, just me, when I very first thought of it. And I was like, I'll have some friends on once in a while as guests. So I was like, I'll just call it Darksky something. And then when you guys became part of it, I was like, okay, I'll name it a brand name. Like, I'll have it as a brand. So Darksky Gaming Podcast instead of just Darksky Podcast or anything like that. Because originally it was just going to be, I think, just Zenith Darksky Podcast or something simple to where it was going to be a thing. I didn't expect it to blow up, but it's going to be one of those things where it was like people would know it was my podcast. But then when you guys got in, I was like, oh well, I don't want to call it Zenith Darksky Podcast. So I was like, I'll just make originally what I was going to do was make a brand, make it Darksky Entertainment, and then the gaming stuff was going to fall under Darksky Gaming, and obviously that's way down the road and that probably won't happen, but
so what he's saying is we're just second rate.
Oh yeah, that's what it is. Well, no, if I made it an actual company, Darksky Entertainment, like Rooster Teeth or something, you guys would be the 2 founders. No one else in my life, but no one else in my life wants any part of it. Like wants any.
That's fine, but it's like, who in Rooster Teeth's gamer tag is Rooster Teeth?
I think one of their gamer tags was originally Rooster Teeth or something. It came from something.
I don't know. You just have to change your name.
Yeah, I don't remember it back in the day.
You can't be Zenith Darksky anymore.
That's not happening.
So you fucked yourself.
The name's so original, bro. Sorry. I'm not doing it.
Sorry, pal.
But yeah. So thank you guys in the chat. Thank you guys so much for watching. remember to follow, get those notifications and stuff. Follow us on the socials that we gave you as well, where the podcast is. If you're interested in just listening to the podcast, yeah. I just subscribed for your account. Home Games. Okay, there you go. Subscribe in Google Play. Hell yeah, dude. Thank you for that, dude. Hi, Frank. What game tonight? What time? I probably won't go live till 12 or 1. Just because I've got to edit, upload, and then I'm going to sit around.
I have to work tomorrow, so I will not be going live.
Inevitably, I'm going to sit on my ass for a little bit. I mean, that's just a good night.
Yeah, I gotta get something to eat.
Yeah. So, it'll probably be about 12 a.m. or 1 a.m. for me. And it's 9:47 right now, so that's probably what time I'll go live for that.
Yeah, I can see where you said peace at.
I made stream marker, though. Nice.
It's just like a flat line. I was like,
100%. Yeah. Anyways, eventually, like we said before, we want to do like maybe a pre-show and post-show. Oh, yeah, obviously, a lot of changes will come. If the podcast does well, the better it does, the more changes that will come, the more things that will make it better. Eventually, I want to get an Audio-Technica mic that picks us all up really nicely. And I was thinking clip-on mics. I was looking at clip-on mic quality the other day, like people were reviewing and stuff, and they were actually saying that's very bad for a podcast. And they were saying that it's bad for a podcast because of, especially something like ours would be, we'd have to sit super still if we had clip-on mics, because apparently they're very sensitive, and when you move and stuff like that, you can hear the...
Oh, you get the...
I mean, you get super professional ones.
Fuzzy balls over.
But I don't want to.
Right.
I don't want to buy $200 like.
Oh, yeah. Get those
clip-on mics.
Fuzzy ball things.
Yeah. I mean, the pop filters is what those are, but it still pick it up a little bit because then it's the.
I meant like not just like foam that goes over the top. I'm talking about the actual like.
Yeah, I know.
Ball of fuzz.
I have one around here for this one, but
it keeps like what people they use them for like wind.
Yeah, but the thing is they're a cloth and they rub. Either way, we'll get an Audio-Technica mic because it's one big payment, but it's still one payment. Because if we wanted decent quality with clip-on mics, because the thing is with clip-on mics, I don't know. If we wanted good quality clip-on mics, it'd still be like $100 per mic. If I'm gonna spend $300, I can just spend $300 on one nice Audio-Technica mic.
Yeah, for sure.
And then I can just use that for everything else too, and it just sounds better overall. I'll be up. When you did? Oh, you made a stream marker for when I went pee. Thank you, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know. I was like, man. I was like, hope they talk or something.
We started talking in chat.
Okay.
Then
so that I didn't have to edit too much of that or something.
Talked about tell them to message us on Discord.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I didn't say it in the fucking podcast. Darksky Game News at gmail.com.
Yeah, we said.
Oh, we didn't get that.
Oh,
yeah.
I just told them message us on Discord. DM us on Discord.
For those of you that are watching on here, Darksky Game News at gmail.com. That's what you want to email if you've got any suggestions or anything and you don't want to reach out to me on social media. That's the next best way to hit me. We actually got one email after the last episode here, like just a few days ago. It was just a guy saying good job. Like he literally, like it was like, hey, I listened to your podcast. I think you guys did a really good job. Keep up the good work.
Love
like, cool.
Positive feedback.
Oh yeah.
Love negative feedback.
I mean, feedback is feedback.
Any kind of feedback. Help if y'all want to see something change.
Yeah.
If you want to keep it the same.
Yeah. If this became a big thing, I'd be okay with it even being a longer podcast. I mean, we're one of the longer ones anyways, because I think
I don't care about, like, my thing is like get rid of the timestamps and just fucking talk.
Well, I do it that way right now because if we're like Critical Role or something, I wouldn't care because that's a long gaming session, everything like that. That's meant to be in long format. You can't play much Dungeons and Dragons in 3 hours, you know. You can, but it's not as good. But it's just one of those things where, like, I know a lot of people personally that, like, because I didn't really start listening to podcasts hardcore except for Critical Role till I was down where I was. And there was a lot of people down there that were like, I like this podcast, I like this one, but this one's really long. And there was a big complaint from a lot of people where, like, I don't like this one because this one's like 4 hours long. Or
well, that just means you're not big into listening to podcasts, I think.
Yeah, I mean, maybe, but
4 hours might be too long for a podcast. 4 hours.
I think Critical Role gets away with it because of what it is.
Subjects to talk about, it's not though. That's the thing.
I mean, I get
we
that.
could do 4 hours easy.
Oh yeah, we could, especially a topic like this where we have a lot of games.
That's also one of the things too is people like it when we just talk.
Yeah. No, I mean, I understand that, but I keep the time frame thing on there right now. Now, if we get a lot of people saying consistently in the future, I love it, but I'd like to hear it longer, or I'd like it to be longer, or something like that. If I get a lot of people saying that, obviously, then we'll go longer. But for right now, I'm trying to hit that sweet spot to where it's not too short, not too long, and is.
How long was this one? Was it sale?
It's about 2 hours, 150, 154. It's gonna be probably about 150 after I cut some stuff out.
Pretty good. I mean, it's longer than the last one, right?
Yeah. The last one was 142.
Make a command for what, officer? I don't know what he's talking about.
We need to make a command for that.
For the email?
I can.
Maybe. Is that what he's talking about?
For maybe just.
I don't know what he's talking about.
Yeah, I read it over there. I don't know. Gmail? Oh, for the Gmail?
That's what I thought.
Okay. Yeah, I'll make a here in a little bit. I'll make a command Nightbot or a Nightbot command for contacts, and I'll just put a bunch of social media on there.
That's right. He got my shout out up there too.
Yeah, he changed it.
You son of a bitch.
Because whenever it did shout out, it just popped me up
pop
and then pop him up.
Yeah.
And I didn't make that. I didn't make that.
I don't know. He fixed it.
Okay, no, he made it.
Oh.
Is what I'm saying.
Fixed it too.
Okay. I thought your tone sounded. Your tone sounded like you were coming at me, and I was like,
I am too.
I didn't
make you some bitches.
I didn't make. We have like 40 commands or something like that on Twitch. I didn't make about 30 of them.
Yeah.
That's him in his spare time, like just getting bored when he sees people like say shit or do something in the chat, or sees anyone in the chat or something. He'll make a command, and I don't have a problem with it, but I don't have control. Like I don't control it. So.
Break your legs.
He'll break my legs, bitch.
Hope you like your kneecaps. You ain't gonna have them for much longer.
Anyways, yeah.
I'm about to piss my pants.
So thank you guys for watching tonight. Remember, follow if you haven't followed. I'll go live later with some gaming stuff. Remember, every other Saturday at 6:30 most of the time. 7:30, or we could just change it to 7:30 if you want to, if that's a more comfortable time. Because you were saying earlier,
you're back on regular schedule. It really don't matter.
It don't matter. Yeah. I was just going off of him because I know he's been working long hours.
Is that something that's going to happen a lot, where you have to stay over to 7? Because if it is, then we'll change it to 7:30. Okay, so 7:30 from now on. Every other Saturday at 7:30. Now, what every other Saturday means, kids, is this is a Saturday, so not the next Saturday, but the one after that.
Every 2 weeks.
Because I had someone on Twitter come to me like, "What does every other Saturday mean?" I was like, "Where do you live?"
Every 2 weeks. So this is 1 week. So 2 weeks from now, Saturday, we'll have another one.
Boom, 2 Saturdays out of the month, most of the time. I'm sure 1 or 2 months we'll hit like 3 episodes.
What's the date? What's the date for the next one?
I guess
we can do it that way because
that just works better.
So people don't get confused.
It's the 11th, January the 11th. That's why I did this one when I did, because I was like, we're not gonna be able to do like a New Year's thing right around New Year's, so I was like, that's the best time to do the year one, because then when January starts, I mean, we could have done this one in January, but I just.
No biggie.
And on top of that, the other topics I have right now, I didn't have a whole lot of information myself on them. So. Anyways, thank you guys for watching.
See y'all. Appreciate it.
We'll see you guys. I'll see you guys later, but we'll see you.